All right, with duck dice.
Duck dice.
Welcome to the action scourge. Supplying all of your duck dice needs. Oh, Iliador, missed you too. So last week we had some technical issues, but we are back this week with a game, and so tonight we will be getting into it is the day of the party. You guys have been in Waterdeep for quite some time. I think this will probably be your first big social event to go to, and up until now you've rubbed elbows with some of the city's elites and some people in power. You may have ticked off some of those people.
Not yet. We're working on it.
You have. But you've also made some friends and earned some coin, and have been continuing to run your fine establishment at the Troll Skull Manor. And with that, let's dig into it. So let's start off. Give me like a beginning of the day kind of thing, like just walk me through like the beginning of this day. We can start with Bartholomew.
Okay. I imagine Bartholomew gets up and watches and everything and goes down to the bar and just does his daily inventory.
Daily inventory of?
Of the casks, and probably goes in and yells at the cook.
Oh, you yell at the cook.
I guess the cook yell at you.
Yeah. He starts yelling at you immediately. And like you're counting beer and stuff, and he's just like he comes around the corner and he's got like whisks in his hand, like Wolverine style, like, and they're all dripping with you hope is egg yolk, and he tells you to keep it down because he's focusing.
Is anybody else?
And he says it like no accent whatsoever, just completely normal.
like talking like you.
Yeah, he's just like, can you keep it down?
I'll look around and yeah, just gotta keep it down. I'm pretty intimidated by it.
Normal voice and all. I'll try to write quieter.
It's all the math you do in your head. It's distracting.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. What about Derek?
I'm going to start the day by checking on our drowned guest in the basement.
Yeah, he's down there. Have you guys been feeding him?
Yes.
Who's been in charge of taking care of him?
I.
Okay.
I'm not allowed.
So every time you go down, he give me an insight check, I guess. Give me an insight check.
Okay, help Derek.
Depends if he would have you there with him.
That's usually the standard procedure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I got a 6.
I got a 23.
So,
How do you know so much and so little at the same time?
I'm good at reading people.
She's great with body language, but everything after.
Because she is so distant.
Yeah, I'm a people watcher.
Impartial observer.
Yes.
They have feelings? I don't know. This is what they're thinking.
So this guy is clearly like, even with a 6, you can be like, this guy is clearly bonkers.
With a 23.
With a 23, yeah, you know his social security number.
His blood type?
Yeah, you think, well, yeah, you would know that.
Yeah, I would. Oh, negative.
You're getting the sense that this guy is like, he feels, when he got here, you could smell fear. That fear has gone away, and in your mind, he's actually grown more relaxed and more comfortable. And he sort of gives us, he doesn't seem so afraid anymore. He actually seems like he feels safe. Like,
Just go.
Relax.
Yeah, like very relaxed. Like he's sort of settled in, even though the
You're like tied to a chair.
which makes you wonder what fate awaits him on the outside.
Okay.
Either from Xanatar's guild or from perhaps even from Yarlaxon.
I'll relay that to Derek. I'll be like, well, when he first came in, he was drenched with sweat and smelled of fear. And now he's still crazy, but he seems to be enjoying his time here. As he holds up a wine glass like
He doesn't smell
as nearly fearful as he should be.
or delicious.
Yeah.
He doesn't smell nearly as delicious.
Well, yeah, I'm going to let me strike up some conversation and convince him that we can get him out of the city. And that we've been spreading the rumor that he's already dead. So hopefully he shouldn't be hunted.
Okay. Was there anything in particular you wanted to speak to him about?
I know he's got information, he just wouldn't tell us because he was convinced.
That you probably knew Hunter was going to try to kill.
Yes, yes. And we found the spy in our group and eliminated him. Here's his corpse. See?
Oh, and he says, so he stifles a laugh. He's,
Do you want me to hit him?
Sure.
well, I guess he can't do that.
Yeah.
He would do that if he could. And,
He has another hand.
Actually, just slipped it out of cuffs. She could have left the whole time.
yeah.
Who tied him up?
He could've left the
Hunter.
whole time.
Hunter tied him.
And he's just like, he said, that's funny.
Which part?
You think he's the only spy? Maybe here, yes. But all over the city. Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks for the host.
Absolutely. He says, that's funny. You think he's the only spy? They're all over the city.
I know that. I'm talking about in this building.
He says, Nilhoon's got them everywhere. It's all part of his master plan. Oh, I don't think Xanatar knows.
Don't look at me, I'm dead.
What was that name you just said? What was the name you just said?
Oh, Xanatar.
No, the one before that.
Nilhoon.
Nilhoon. Nilhoon.
Or Nidhoon. It's hard to make out what they're saying sometimes.
Is that Squidface?
You met.
Yes.
He's an interesting character. Don't care for it much myself.
I can see why. He was a bit of dick when we met him. Where is that?
Keep it. It was on 20 for a second.
Hunter, you have to drink your Coke label out if you want to get sponsored.
Hold on.
Hyper focus and be the water, like the chilled water bead.
It goes down my forehead, and then when I take a sip, everything's fine.
Frosts over and shit.
The Eagles definitely have plenty of branding on here.
Oh shit. So,
We'd like to just take this moment to
did you
say
want to talk to him about anything else?
we're not corporately sponsored.
Just if he had any information about the Stone of Gold or
He says,
the stash.
yeah, his eyes get wide, and he says, you are working for the Xanatar, aren't you? I told him I didn't know. I had no part in what the Xanatar did.
I don't work for the Zentarum.
He says, no, you work for Xanatar, don't you?
No.
Don't think I know. This is all part of his mad plot, isn't he?
Listen, there's more than 2 people after that treasure. Alright?
He says, what treasure?
The 500,000 gold dragons.
And what does that have to do with the stone?
I heard it was the key to the vault.
Oh, well, no wonder Xanatar's so mad.
Oh? Did he have it and then lose it?
Oh, yes, he had it. It was one of his treasures in his vault, and the dirty Zentarm came down and stole it.
Interesting.
Never trust a Zent. That's what I always
I
say. And that's what I told Xanatar too, but he didn't believe me, and now he thinks I'm working for them. Come on, please. Please. I would never. I like this guy.
I think he likes you too.
So yeah, I'll continue idle conversation and see if he lets anything else slip.
Okay. You're dead.
I was waiting for you to ask me, and I'll be like,
What are you doing this morning? On this morning.
I'm gathering up all my shiny things in my room.
Okay.
Now I'm
And
trying to
crying.
find Derek.
Sobbing the whole while.
Sobbing the entire time.
How many shiny things do you have?
how many wallets have you got?
Well, she stole that one guy's pocket watch.
Yeah.
That
She
ring.
has that ring.
She had a big ring.
She's got the giant crystal ball thing.
That's just when I got here. I could have other
Yeah,
stuff.
she probably. I feel like you've stolen something off somebody else as well.
Well, she tried to get a bag of gems off of
Yeah,
that
that
gnome.
didn't work. I got a shiny flower.
There he
Which
Yeah, you got the glowy flower thing.
which you might use for a discount.
Discount.
In of your possessions, the only one of the possessions that might be worth enough to cover the cost of resurrection would be that gem. Not the whole ring, but just the gem. On the
Just
ring.
the gem.
Yeah.
Once again, you go back to a gemless ring.
I can find another gem.
Well, she also does have her wedding ring too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll repeat.
Yeah, but it's definitely not worth the resurrection. I think we established that.
Yeah.
It's got a rock in it.
Didn't
It's a
Lady
shiny rock.
didn't,
but it's still
didn't
a
Lady
rock.
Castellanter have something to say about it?
It's like penguins. They bring you the shiniest rock.
Taking all my shiny stuff to Derek so he can buy it. Sobbing.
Are we turning this into the Price is Right?
I guess we have to rent a cart or borrow one.
Just drags my body.
Yeah, don't worry.
Did we ever find out who we have to go to for that?
For resurrection, you can definitely, if you're paying for one, you can go to. There are temples in the city.
That's
that-
right. Rav told us who it was, but also said she wouldn't go.
Who do they worship there?
Who what?
Who do they worship there?
Lathander.
Temples. Lathander.
The irony of one of the Lathander boys.
So funny. I never thought I'd play complete polar opposites.
Until you had to.
Lathander. Who somebody I found out. I was reading back over some stuff. Somebody that you know is a huge fan of. I can't remember who it was. We'll figure it out though.
Don't call me Alex. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, drop
Who
polar,
was it?
polar opposites in the same campaign.
Oh,
It's a bang.
Who was that?
Huh.
The worship.
I think it was one of Rainer's friends.
Yeah, I think so. I just can't remember which one. So
Well, that guy we killed in the cemetery.
Well,
yeah.
I think he was a champion of Kellenborg.
One that's
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
You got Kellenborg, you've got Lathander. This place is just crawling with the wrong types of people, I'll tell you that much. Can't trust anybody here in Waterdeep. Back home in the swamps, though. Completely reliable sources. They'll never stab you in the back, they'll at least come running straight at you when they're trying to kill you.
So
There's a beauty in that.
poetic poetry to it. So there is a place available to go to do that, and basically if you're paying for it, or if you're covering the cost of the materials to do it, then they'll usually do it for.
How does that play out? You just walk up to the bar and he's sitting there like having a drink. You just flop everything on the bar.
Yeah, just driving it.
What can I get for it?
Just everything just like spills over across the the bar.
Damn it, Cat. I'm trying to get this place cleaned up.
I'm trying to get my husband back. I'm tired of waiting.
And I am trying to cook.
I don't care.
She stabs him.
And so this her horde, her small horde, is thrown before you.
All right. I'll gather it up and negotiate a fair price.
I mean, you don't gotta sell all of it. That'd be great too.
That-
But
That's what I meant.
Bring back my husband at a cost.
But don't spend everything.
just cover the cost and give the rest
Bargain a
back.
little bit, damn it.
And so, and then while this is going on, what are you doing? Eleanor?
So I like to sneak down to the bar before anyone gets up to see if there's anything worth stealing.
From the bar?
Yeah.
Okay. There might be.
Damn it,
What sort
woman.
of, what sort of stuff are you interested in?
Just any like good silverware or something.
This is why your inventory is always up.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Or
roll
maybe a sleight-
perception
maybe a sleight of
because
hand.
I'm
Whichever
always
one.
watching
You're not
both
awake.
of those two.
You're
Oh,
not
I'm
awake.
down for that.
He sleeps.
And now he sleeps at the bar.
I've finished inventory and now I'm cleaning up. So.
This is before that.
Gotta wake up pretty early.
Oh. So I thought he was asleep, but he was not asleep.
She like fell down the
Well,
stairs.
it's a skill check, so you still get to add your modifier to it. You
So
get the
9.
crit miss.
9.
So
This is what the chef is cooking for all the NPCs. What in the hell? That's a whole bunch of cheese.
What's wrong with that?
It just looks like a plate of cheese.
So the
What's wrong with that?
so kind of strolling through the dining room, you don't really see much worth anything.
Yeah.
The amount of money that's gone into the silverware here may not be
Yeah.
quite worth bothering with.
Yeah.
However, as you kind of stroll back into the kitchen, you can see that there's this young woman. She's kind of slumped over a sink, and she's sleeping, but her hands are still moving in the water as if she's like washing dishes. But she's clearly sleeping.
Yeah.
And slumped over the this prep table is the cook of the place, the chef of the place, if you will. And near him on the table is this like beautiful knife. I mean, this thing is like it stands apart from the rest of the room, and it almost has this like gleam to it, like a magical kind of like sheen to it that you would recognize as being very valuable. When you go to take it, though, you will hear, "Ha ha ha! Not on my watch, you little thief!" And he will slap your wrist, which I don't know if that's ever happened before. And then he will take his knife and he will say, he says, "A knife like this you earn. You do not steal a knife like this." And then
She, like,
he
kicks him in
and
the
then he
balls.
starts, and then he goes, "Oh!" And you run away.
Earn that, bitch!
What about Ramaracus?
Well, I was downstairs with Derek
Mm.
doing interrogation. So, are we like all invited to this party?
Yeah, we all have invitations.
As far as
Well,
right.
not all of us, but enough of us to get our +1s in.
Oh, okay.
If you want somebody else, I'm sure I can look one up.
Okay.
She's got a praying for us in the room.
I'm going to go up to my wardrobe and I'm going to prepare an outfit. I'm not good at sewing though.
Okay.
So I'm going to make this almost like this like black cloak with
Don't
like
you-
the little tassels at the end. Can I help?
Don't you have a skill as a lizard folk in using animal parts for crafting?
As a lizard folk? Maybe.
I could totally see you just grabbing bones and like.
Yeah, but
Fur,
it's
like dark furs to make your cloak out of. Thought I read that somewhere.
Interesting though. I do see. I don't see it here, but It does. I apparently have proficiency with 2 skills of my choice that I have not made, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But I'll do that later.
But
Yeah, you have like a black cloak
Yeah.
with like this like like some like painted lady shit, like with like the big hat and like the veil that covers her face,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna like put like tribal paint all over my face.
Okay. So you have like a wide brim hat
Yes.
with like the veil
Yes.
on. Okay.
Little bones hanging off.
Okay.
Skulls and
Yeah,
birds.
beautiful. So you're preparing for this
Yes.
for this event already. Okay.
We're not
I'm
gonna get in
imagining,
this
like-
party.
Like one of those Mexican hats that has little fuzzy balls inside of it, but they're all bones.
Yeah. She likes it.
We can pass her off as entertainment.
Yeah, no, it's
Madame
entertainment.
Myrtle in her traveling outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch.
So okay, so cool. So so Derek is going to negotiate this this resurrection.
Yes.
Okay. And will you be taking the body with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so
That's why I need the card.
Speak on him.
That's just
How
part of
dare
the
you
ritual.
make us go to such a horrible temple? Why'd you have to go and
I was only
die?
gonna take Cat.
You killed me.
Oops.
Did I do that?
I'll wake up with spit on my face. My wife with another man shopping for a dress. It's just a great time to wake up, not knowing what's going on.
Oh, good. So in the Seaboard, the Temple of Lathander, the Spires of the Morning, is what the temple is called. Pink marble, 3-story cathedral capped by 7 spires of copper, gold, and silver. Okay, yeah. So it's a huge place. They boast more than 300 clerics who reside there at any given time, and
That's a lot of clerics.
yeah, it's a pretty big operation, and it's in the Seaboard, and which I think is where all the pretty people live. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where all the villas are. So that's actually going to be in the same part of town that the Old Renter villa is going to be, which is where the party is tonight. Yeah. So as you guys are, and who all's gone? So it's Derek and Kat, and obviously Hunter. So as you guys are making your way through the town, you have him in a cart. Is it covered?
He's in a box.
He's in a box. Okay.
Yeah, we crated him.
Crated him.
Couldn't just leave you laying on the floor.
Oh, what a shame to be.
We have employees. They go in the basement.
What do they do when they walk by the guy that's tied up in the chair? Yoo-hoo, picks him up.
So, I'm new and late. How'd Hunter die? Hunter died. Hunter had his brain eaten by an intellect devourer, and
That was like session 2.
yeah, I think it was session
One.
1. It was the first
One.
night. Yeah, he got his brain eaten by an intellect devourer, and then he was able to pass himself off as Hunter for a while, and
He lost it.
finally blew his cover, and then he got blown up.
After burning everyone.
So, and since he's married to Kat, she was grappling with having to part with some of her worldly possessions to bring her husband back, and now she has decided to do
He
so.
said, "Bummer."
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
So you come in. There's as soon as you kind of approach, it's actually pretty open. Like there's people walking around, and everybody's like somewhat armed. So if not with like armor and and weapons, then at least with they wear robes that would hint that they can do some pretty tough magic. calling upon Lathander and all. And so it's actually pretty open, so you guys can kind of move in at your leisure.
Right. Yeah, I will pull on up and ask for directions.
Yeah, and someone can guide you to a healer. The healer can negotiate a price for you for 1,000 gold, which basically the gym will cover the cost of the resurrection.
Is that Hunter's body from inside the crate?
He's already resurrected.
Just punch it. Keep it down.
Shut up!
It's enough over you.
Scratching on the door sound.
Macho.
Hold on.
So,
Not really a crate.
Hunter's out and on the prowl, ladies and gentlemen.
so yeah, and so they'll be able to get you fixed up, and you will be resurrected.
Why are we not in the sewer anymore?
Oh, we got a party to go to. Let's go, buddy.
What? How long have I been down?
Huh?
What?
What was the name of
A
that?
couple months?
What was the name of that person that offered to give us?
So a party.
Yes,
The
we're going
security.
clothes shopping now.
Come on. The guy that offered us security for the tavern.
The
What was his
dwarf lady?
Oh, the dwarf lady, yeah.
name? What was her name?
Should have
I
I didn't take them off. That was the
I can
priest.
look it up real quick. Yeah.
They didn't explain why. I didn't realize you had to be naked for a resurrection. I just don't know what happened.
Also, while you're meandering back through the seaboard, Hunter's finding his legs again, and as you're meandering back through the seaboard, you will hear the faint angelic music. This faint angelic music trickle through the air, followed by this powerful scent of perfume of floral and morning dew, and this
I don't
voice
know
will
anything
sing.
about
This voice will sing across the plaza. Cat, and you'll see Quasar approaching you, saying,
no.
"Cat, there you are! I've been trying to get a hold of you for quite some time. We must go shopping."
Oh, she must have finally got that gay best friend that she always wanted.
Yeah, that's it.
Did you receive my last 6 letters?
6 letters.
She's only gotten 2.
I've probably gotten 2, but
The birds got eaten.
I was wondering because you hadn't responded, and it is so important to know. Should we announce our engagement at the party tonight, or should we do it in a more private manner?
we're what?
Oh no, I'm getting
What's
sick
that?
and embarrassment.
With that look.
Oh, come now. He says, where do you think all these love letters have been leading?
Where's my engagement ring then?
Oh,
He says, we have to go pick it out. I know just the jewelry store to go to as well.
hi, honey.
Oh, is this your servant? And then he starts handing you his things
Excuse me. Wait, did he hand me one of his instruments?
No, he's handing you some his coat. And
I light it on fire as he hands it to me.
The blood man.
I am her. Do you cover my mouth before I say it?
Well,
I'm her husband.
Oh, I didn't know I was in a competition here. Oh, never the matter. Let me show you an afternoon in the seaboard. We'll see where your husband is.
What the hell does that even mean?
I didn't know this was a competition.
I am suddenly not there.
Thought it out loud.
They left me alone, naked in this temple.
No, we can put your clothes back.
So y'all are back in the temple already?
No, we're leaving the temple.
Will you go with
Hiding
Quasar,
behind
or
some
will you return
Lathander
to
priest
Joel's
just
Manor
watching?
with your hubby? Quasar offers finery and jewelry. Your husband offers fire.
I'll offer you what any caveman can offer.
I shall go with my husband.
Okay. Yeah, Quasar thinks you're joking at first, and then when you start to leave, he's like, what about all the letters?
I've only received 2 of them.
He says,
Apparently there's 6.
he says, well, certainly they've just been lost in transit. Here, I can recite them from memory. And he begins to sing.
Why can't you be here? You sure he's not gay?
And then
It's the cardinal rule: you don't get involved in domestics.
and then he starts to sing. Do you continue walking, or are you gonna?
I'm like, we're like,
It's like eyes are
This
closed
is-
while he's singing and she's like,
hey, this is quite the scene I don't want to be a part of.
I see a dotted outline of you. You left me alone with him?
Yeah,
I'm supposed to be
and
sneaky. I'm not supposed to be in the.
you will abandon Quasar in the streets, which has never happened in all his days.
Quasar will remember
He's
this.
like our out of game. He's like our ticket to the ball, right?
No, we already got that.
Yeah, I stole that.
Don't worry. We're good.
I was just using him to get my hands on the ticket.
So yeah. So meanwhile, back at the Trollskull Manor, before you guys return from the seaboard, Eleanor, Rabarakis, and Bartholomew are there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just cleaning up, trying to get it in order before we head out.
Right.
I'm standing at like the little like the window that looks into like the kitchen,
Yeah.
and I'm watching what Rasputin is doing.
Oh, give me
Unnervingly.
give me
Why?
I don't even know, maybe a stealth check or a perception check. Or...
No, I'm not trying to be sneaky.
Oh, okay. Well,
No.
give me a
Perception?
check, maybe.
How does a 10 do?
Yeah. So you can see, so you see him like furiously chopping like ingredients and like tossing them into a pot. He's got his back to you. He goes to yawn. He goes, "Ah," and as he lifts his one hand up, you can hear this like furious chopping on the board.
Oh, what the fuck, bro? What?
And then he's cracking his knuckles with like both hands raised over him, and at one point he's just like he's got like one of those paddles with the balls, and he's just like fuck.
What the hell?
And you can just see he's chopping, and like the ingredients still keep flying into the pot.
What the hell? Can I make an Arcana check of sorts? Or is that just no?
Well, if you're not being sneaky, he's going to look back and see you watching him, and he says, "Oh, I get out of the kitchen," and then he'll like slap the doors, the little doors in your face.
I'm not in the kitchen. I was just merely observing.
And
I'm gonna turn around and like hang my head.
so
Goes that way.
but yeah, so you guys will be there, and the doors to the Trollskull Manor will open, and 2 gentlemen will walk in.
Boy, listen, we fought bugbears, bitch. I won't hesitate to slap a hoe.
Is that what you say?
Yeah. I learned that from Kat.
Okay.
I won't hesitate to slap a hoe.
When has Kat said that?
Well, she's been saying a lot.
Yeah, she's yeah. You missed that lot.
You don't
Shut
know
up.
Cat anymore.
Oof. Go.
Okay, so let me find the picture I'm looking for here so I can aptly describe these gentlemen to you. Oh my gosh, I totally thought I had the picture, but I don't. So,
I'll try not to, so I don't want my clip on that bit. I'll do one more. Do like vegan thing.
Yeah.
All right.
and
So
salt.
so it's two men.
Flavor raspberry kind too.
One is one is a shorter man. He's probably about like
See, mine is not gonna make it a bit more.
maybe just around 5 feet tall,
With all the
and he's he's got purple robes on and these like tinted glasses, and he leans on a cane, and he's got a medallion around his neck. He's got thank you for the subscription, Marriott's.
Except it was Nick that gifted it.
No, thank you for the gift, Nick.
I'm number one now.
So he's like this hunched figure, and he's got a meticulously groomed mustache and beard, and these tinted glasses. The other gentleman is maybe like 3 heads taller than him. He's very tall, but kind of awkward looking, and he's dressed kind of plainly, but he has a badge on his cloak that you would recognize as being part of the city watch. And
Is he tall and like big, or is he tall and lanky?
he's
or just normal?
he's like normal.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's just like an average build. And he looks a little gruff, like he's definitely older. He looks a little gruff, but his eyes, even though they look tired, his eyes are very very alert.
Scanning.
Yeah, and so they will kind of mosey in, and the taller gentleman will say, well, nice place you have here. With your permission, we'd like to speak to some of you about an incident that happened near this location some days ago.
Oh my god.
Are you referring to the big ball of fire in the alley?
And he says, as a matter of fact, we are.
We've seen it.
He says, my name is Sergeant Crumley, and this is my associate, Barnabas Blastwind. He works with the order of Magists and Protectors. And he says, since
His last
the
name sounds like flatulence.
so Barn, give me an insight check.
Look. Let's see here. How about 15?
Okay. So Barnabas, he doesn't say much, but he is, but there is something about him that maybe you don't necessarily fear, but you are very weary about. Yeah, he definitely seems like he is. Just the way he carries himself would hint at some kind of power, whether it comes from his position or whether it comes from his ability, perhaps. And you definitely get the sense that he knows magic, like he knows some kind of magic.
Okay. Is there any way I can like? No, I guess that would be a stealthy thing to do. Because I want to clue in Bartholomew on that, but I don't know if there's any way I can without having to make a stealth check.
Clue me in on what?
On this guy being like fucking badass. I just don't know how specifically. And we shouldn't fuck with him.
Yeah, Bartholomew reads people pretty good. He's probably hit.
Well, at the very least, you could read Rabberackis pretty good. I think.
Yeah.
I think you and Derek at least have a decent enough relationship with Rabberackis.
Oh, and thank you for the
like the signals that Rabberackis gives you, I think, would apply to you as well. Okay.
Marriott's also followed, so thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. So you can give him like a look that says like,
this guy.
yeah.
Other guy. He's a bumbling oaf.
But yeah, and Sergeant Cromley will say, "Do you mind if we have a seat?"
No, please, have a seat.
And so he says, "Do you mind where if I ask where you were at the time of the explosion?"
Well, we were here. We seen it from the window, and obviously we all ran outside to see what was going on.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
It took me a second to realize.
Sneaky little bitch, are you?
16. 16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you, let's see.
You can say whatever.
You can feel something in you. You can feel something probing your mind. And as you look behind Cromley, you can see Barnabas. You can see Barnabas. He's just kind of leaning on his staff, and you can't see his eyes through his tinted shades, but he's kind of looking straight at you. And you can see him sort of mumbling words to himself. And you can feel this kind of something kind of like probing around in your mind.
He has one of those brains.
And he's going to, and then Sayeth is going to, Sergeant Cromley is going to continue asking you questions. He says, you wouldn't happen to know anything about it, would you?
Very little.
It's awful close to your business, that's all I'm saying. And yet we didn't receive any reports from this establishment.
Well, we did report it. We reported it to the city guard, and they were there anyway.
He says, we did receive a report of some break-ins of some sort, some ruffians coming in and messing up the place.
Well, we're new in this district, and yes, that's happened a couple of times, but we took care of it.
He says, yes, I've heard you are very capable adventurers.
But as far as the
Name
incident,
for yourself.
as far as the incident goes, all I can tell you is that we've seen a cloaked person fleeing from the scene after the fact.
Tell me more about that.
That's all I can tell you. That's all I know.
Did you happen to get a look at perhaps, was it an elf, a human, was it a...
Couldn't tell. It was dark, and that's all I can really...
Did he have any interesting effects about his person? Perhaps a silly hat of some sort?
Not that I could tell, just a cloak.
Alright then.
But it was odd, to be sure.
He says, and then I just have a couple more questions for you. We're looking into an instance that happened some weeks back. Have you ever been to the City of the Dead?
Well, that sounds fun.
Nope.
I'm heading the fuck downstairs.
I don't even recall that. I didn't. We're new in Waterdeep, so if I've been there, I didn't know I was there.
Oh, that can't help
He
me.
says,
Make the bar look clean.
Is it a cemetery or?
he says, oh yes, it's a large graveyard.
Hmm.
Quite hard to mistake if you
Yeah, I mean,
happen to find yourself.
I passed by one, but I didn't recall the name.
And then he says, and then he says, what was your name, sir?
Barthol.
Barthol. And he says, wouldn't happen to be the same Barthol that was featured so recently in the Wazoo.
That would be me, but that was totally out of context.
You act like he's one of the people on the list.
Oh wait, they never found that guy's body though, right?
No, it's spontaneously combusted.
No, didn't we like stuff it in a mausoleum? We broke in a mausoleum and stuffed the rest of his charred corpse.
Bracket, shut up.
No, I'm asking because I
Out of
don't-
game.
yeah, this is out of game. I don't.
No, that was the paladin.
Yeah, that's what happened at the City of the Dead, right?
No,
he's
that
asking-
was the paladin. This
he's
is
asking
the
about
The writer.
The writer.
you're thinking of the writer.
No, I'm asking like why they're asking about the City of the Dead then.
You're not sure why they're asking, but he was.
I don't know, but I'm nervous. My spine of nervousness is tingling.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
No.
What did you do?
14.
Okay. So you too feel this you kind of like glance over, and the dude with the tinted glasses is kind of like his, you see the glare from his glasses like switch and see lasers in on you, and you can feel like this like it just feels like somebody's like kind of picking through your brain.
Quit that.
And
You just see Rav scratch her head like a
Yeah,
dog.
I'm just like over my snout, like, ugh.
And then finally, he's going to speak, and he's going to Barnabas will speak, and he'll turn to you, Bartholomew, and he'll say, "Tell me, have you heard of this Stone of Galore?"
I have not. Tell me more.
He says, "Interesting," and
We're gonna have to take you down too.
he says, "I will warn you." And Sergeant Cromley can back me up on this. It is quite easy in this city to find reasons to arrest people. He says, obstructing justice is merely one of them. Are you sure you don't know anything about the Stone of Galore?
Well, perhaps I have heard of it.
Ah, and where have you heard of it?
During my travels, Waterdeep has a lot of shady places, I'm sure you know, and people talk.
Yeah, and and he's just going to, he's going to give a little, his beard will kind of like tremble a little bit, as if he's like stifling a little laugh, and this is when maybe the rest of you will arrive back at the Troll Skull Manor.
Push him right back out.
Wait, we got cops as
Before
recruits
you
now?
all go in, there's a really shady guy in there with the city guard guy.
Wait,
They reach inside your brain and they squish it around, and you just got yours back, so I recommend staying far, far away from him.
Like, as soon as I see the building as we're walking, wait, we own this now? You know what would be really cool? If you had, like, a waiter that was also an animal.
Shut the hell up!
Rap's still mean.
I've slapped you and your brain flies back.
Wasn't quite fully glued in yet.
But, I'm going to give a heads up to you three and sneak back in. Well, not sneak, but like... Ah, what a wonderful day.
The good news is that if they probe my head, I know nothing.
That's true.
They just see static.
What do you guys do?
Well, I'm gonna probably tell them two to take a walk, and then I'm going in.
Okay.
Take a walk, take a hike.
Sergeant Cromley will turn and he'll introduce himself. Shake your hand. He says, and you are?
Derek,
Derek.
co-owner.
Oh, yes, we've heard a bit about you in this fine establishment. We just stopped by to ask some questions about the incident that happened the next street over not too long ago. The fireball incident.
Yes, that was quite unusual.
And he says, did you happen to see anything or hear anything? Or perhaps.
No. I mean, I didn't actually see anything. There was some reports of a cloaked figure. But, I mean, the only person I know, this Elsoon guy.
He says,
He's quite fond of fireballs.
yeah.
I lost an entire outfit because of him.
Give me a wisdom saving throw. Especially at the name Elsoon.
No.
Okay. So,
4.
okay.
Wait. Sorry. 7.
There's a big difference there.
I forgot. I just looked at my modifier, not my saving.
Actually, that's not a big difference. 4 and 7 is the same animal.
Depends. What's your AC? Are you a kobold without
So
a name.
so you will also feel this like probing inside of your head.
It is mine.
I know.
And if you look beyond Sergeant Cromley, you can start to see Barnabas like back there, kind of like laser focused on you, and he's going to say, he said you've had dealings with this El Soon,
Yeah, he fireballed us once.
and and he says, and when did this incident take place? And he's got his little pad out, and he's like writing down, poised to take notes.
What was that place called? The Blushing Mermaid on Net Street.
In the dock ward.
Mm-hmm.
We had reports of the incident there.
Yep, that was him.
There. And he
Funny
says,
little hat and all.
He says,
Funny little hat and all.
Yep.
he says, we didn't get to speak with you, however.
Well, I woke up at the later.
And,
Like I said, fireball to the face.
and he
That
says,
was the end of our interaction.
Again, that was recorded by the city guard.
And he says, yes, but fleeing the scene of a crime.
Didn't flee. Dragged from a scene of
And he says, I don't want to assume the worst, but you can see how it looks from my perspective. Did you have any particular dealings with El Soon?
No?
Any particular reason that you would have been in the same vicinity?
Well, we had been contracted to find out who he actually was.
Contracted by who, may I ask?
Devin.
And the two will share a look, and they'll share a look, and Barnabas will nod, and he'll say, I see. And then he'll say, and you're sure you didn't see anything besides for this cloaked figure that your friend mentioned? That
Did
you
you actually
didn't
see the cloaked figure? We heard about that from some of our neighbors.
May I inquire which one?
Who was it that said that?
I think it was Fala.
Follow, yes.
Yeah.
The alchemist, or
Yeah.
apothecary.
And he says, well, perhaps we should stop that next. And he says, now there was one more question we wanted to ask. Have you by chance spent any time in the City of the Dead?
City of the Dead?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I was there a couple nights ago.
He says, may I ask what you were doing there?
Just exploring.
He says, and he'll nod, and then he'll again kind of shoot a look at Blastwind, and he'll say, well, I believe that's all for now, but we may come around with more questions if we uncover something else. The fact that so many innocent people died in this explosion means that we're taking this case very seriously and trying to ensure that it does not happen again.
Yes, I understand.
Of course, I would expect nothing less.
We're also curious. Hence our involvement.
And and then he will he'll leave. Though they will bid you adieu. And Sergeant Cromley, like he tries to be very polite. Blastwind doesn't really say much, except the time that he semi-threatened you, Bartholomew. But yeah, and he compliments the place and says, "Oh, what you done with the place? Perhaps we'll speak again." And then they will leave.
Before we get too involved in our nightly activities, I want to. I can't remember the dwarf lady's name, but I want to write her. Do we have her contact info?
Yeah, she is also a member of the Watchful Order of Magists.
Okay.
Magists.
I want to write her a letter requesting arcane locks for troll skull.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. She's...
I can't disagree with any of those
Killed.
statements.
I mean,
She
innocent.
fund the Helm's Deep cops.
Is the repairs pretty much done from all the?
Yeah. I'm trying to see where this lady is. Joining factions. Local business. Okay, yeah. So I think I got it here. Where is she? She is Olcoria Stone Marrow, a female shield dwarf. Yes,
Awesome.
and she's lovingly referred to as the gargoyle because her face is frozen in a scowl that frightens adults and children alike.
I like her already.
I think she's quite charming. Okay, so yeah, I will just write her a letter, updating her on the recent repairs.
Would you like to mention something to Barnabas?
Does he offer those kind of services?
No, but he's a member of the Watchful Order. She's difficult to get in touch with because no one knows where she lives. It's assumed that she has a dungeon underground somewhere that she teleports in and out of on a regular basis, but nobody knows where she actually lives.
Did Barnabas mention anything about being
He
part of the order?
he was introduced as being a member of the Watchful Order. The Mages.
Okay, yeah, then I would have said something.
Okay, yeah, and he
Towards the
says,
end.
Karia, she's still up to her old tricks again.
Well, she has operatives protection, and as you can see, we've had to repair this place twice, and just like to have a little extra security.
He says, well, whatever can be said about her demeanor and disposition, her charms and enchantments are second to none.
Well, if he's here, maybe you can tell her to stop by.
He says, perhaps I can pass on. Perhaps I can pass on a message.
Very good. Thank you very much.
So yeah.
Research. Research.
Alright.
It's a ferret.
Any other preparations that need to be made for the party?
Outfit. Yeah.
Alright, what we got?
I will go to Derek. So, about all of my donations to the guild, can I perhaps get a small
A party stipend?
yeah.
I'm sorry, all those funds are tied up right now. Yeah, man, I got you.
But 10 gold should be fine.
10 gold should be fine.
Yeah, fine clothes, 15 gold for fine clothes.
15 gold should be fine.
Yeah. Designed specifically to be expensive and show it, including fancy tailored clothes in whatever fashion happens to be in style. So.
Yeah. So I'll grab that gold. Anyone? I'm dropping by the tailors. Do any of y'all care to attend?
Me.
All right.
Reveracus has got her outfit set. What about the rest of you?
I'm going to Taylor as well.
I'm going to Taylor.
Okay, yeah. Let me know, like what do you see yourself?
Yeah,
kind
pull
of,
up some outfits.
Oh, goodness.
What do you guys kind of see yourself dressed in?
Dude, I'm attending just for the sheer joy.
You
That you look scrumptious. I mean, great in that one.
Do you need pictures or?
Or you can just describe I just want to get a good like mental image of.
I can just change into something I've seen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she don't even gotta buy nothing.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna change into like a human. I don't know which human, just a random one. And then I'm gonna have on a fancier like cloak that I normally have with like a dress.
Okay.
What color's your dress?
Now, that's an outfit.
Blue.
Minus
Ice
the.
like blue.
Yeah, I
That's
would
the
say
one.
like this blue or this blue.
Yeah, like this, the light blue.
Ooh. Your eyes could be like the same color.
Yes.
Like blue eyes.
Yes.
And then, are you taking the shape of anyone in particular, like from that you've seen before, or?
Yes. Interesting.
Okay, but it is someone that. Is it someone that means anything to you, or is
No.
it
It's just
someone?
somebody.
Someone I thought was pretty.
You're like, oh wow, I could be that.
Just the latest fashion.
Yeah, right.
For you. And
Like she walked by one of the stores where people are suiting up. Just that guy.
Yeah.
did you want to adorn yourself with any like any jewelry or anything? Or?
I'll have on like a nice tiara.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be funny?
I can be a princess.
Wouldn't
sometimes.
it be funny if you chose somebody who's super famous and Waterdeep and everybody's like, wow, you look so much like her. Oh, I know, right? We could be twins.
That's a good idea.
You actually look a lot like her. Yeah, I know. I get that all the time.
Don't be the wrong person's evil twin sister.
She looks just like Romalia.
Oh my god. The person throwing the party, she looks identical to them. That'd be
funny.
funny.
Oh, of course you're
Princess
on
and the pauper bullshit going on there.
Where's your security?
What about Cat?
I'm dressed in black, so
Okay.
I can kind of hide better.
Well,
In shadows.
She's dual
like
purposing
a
her
fancy black
dress.
dress, or
Yeah,
like-
fancy black dress.
Is it like slimming or is it kind of like poofy at the bottom?
Oh, it's slimming.
Oh, it's slimming. Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it like short or long?
Is
Be
it,
long with a slit so I can like get
Ooh,
the dagger
yes!
is it tactical?
Yeah, it's very tactical. I planned this.
She has her hair up with like a little like chopstick thing, like.
Is it like the Ada Wong?
Yeah, it's an Ada
Like,
Wong
instead,
thing.
instead of red dress, it's like black dress.
Yes. Stripper boots for the win.
She's got straps around her thighs, so
She-
the dress doesn't.
But you can still just swing in through it from a grappling hook. And then you
Yeah,
have
totally.
What about Hunter?
But the most
What's,
natural looking robe.
What does Cat dress you in?
What does cat dress you in? I
Also
want this. No.
It's tactical.
Also black? She modifies the tux that was for the horse.
What the hell?
You're gonna wear a tux and you're gonna like, I don't want to wear a tux.
I'm pretty sure we have no more human tuxes.
I want to go as the horse.
He's like, we do.
From the wedding, fine.
Did we even dress up for our wedding?
I did. You showed up in somebody else's bride dress.
That's okay. You rented that
Their
tux.
bride
Yeah,
dress?
it's fine.
Their bride dress.
The bride dress.
Their bride dress.
I don't know.
The wedding dress.
The wedding dress.
What about Derek?
Sending it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's a
I
good
get
idea.
to see it.
Something in a messenger or Discord or.
Strapping young
I
man.
get to see it. And then, Barthol?
I'll pick out a
Is your hair doing well?
Yes. Hairstyle. I mean, the color's off, but that's what I'm going for.
Damn.
like a royal style red dress jacket
Okay.
with white ruffles and a white bow tie. Just plain navy blue breeches with like sleek buckle shoes.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. So,
Without the staff.
without the
Yeah.
staff. Okay, yeah. So you got like the sash.
I don't
and
have that yet.
and the fur and the collared like vest and
Mhm.
everything. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. And you've got this this like very regal kind of like. Do you have the lacy undershirt kind of with like the?
Yeah, the ruffle,
Yeah.
the ruffles up here and on the sleeves.
Okay.
The little
The
white
pirate
bow
shirt.
tie and the black dress straps across the front.
Is this the birth of the pirate shirt? Is this? Is this what it is?
Except it's a black hat and
Now
black veil.
I wonder, will you ever dress down again?
From that moment on, he is never dressed down. He goes to bed wearing a tux.
He's like
Ruffles are required.
What's his name on How I Met Your Mother? You're called
Barney?
Barney. He's dressed as Barney. Tuxedo for everything.
Suda.
How'd you forget
I don't know how I
Is
forget
she the one
Barney.
with the suit pajamas?
Yeah. I just want that stormtrooper suit first thing when you walk in.
Oh, very nice.
Except it's all like black.
Yeah. You look like a haunted beekeeper.
Exactly.
Very nice. Okay, cool. So everybody has their dinner party clothing. Now, when the evening comes, you guys will head back to the seaboard, to the old renter house. Now, as you arrive, there are like, how do you guys arrive? Do you want to rent a carriage? Do you want to go by foot?
No, I think we should rent a carriage.
I mean, of course not.
Let's do it. I mean, we can't just go walking up to, we want to go in style.
Maddie, why'd that look
But
like you for a
when
second?
you
Why'd that look like you for a second?
when you go to the carriage place, they're like, "Oh, we've got carriages, but we don't have a horse."
Triggered.
Is this what you're wearing?
Yeah.
Let's see. If it's that horse picture, what is this?
It's from a Viking wedding.
It looks
There's
like
barely
he's just
an
wearing a
outfit.
cloak. It just looks like he has a cloak on. Is that it? Wow, you dressed up real nice, Hunter. That looks
That's
good.
fancy for Hunter.
That's good, man.
And did you bring the extra large pocketbook?
Yeah, it's Gucci and everything.
So, or did you just want to find one there?
Oh, well, she.
So they're like, we have carriages, we have no horses. They've all been rented out for the night.
Yeah, we have a horse.
You look around and you just see me as a horse already.
Not a problem, bro. I'm on.
In the tux. Told you we were gonna need it.
And then you guys arrive in style. As you pull up to the house, you're not the only carriage there, so you kind of have to like wait. And then as each carriage pulls up, its occupants get out, and then the carriage continues, takes off. And then
Bartholomew sent his in the chat too.
yeah.
Damn. Fancy as fuck.
Ain't fucking around.
They ain't fucking around. Ruffles, bitches.
All the beeswax in the stash.
All the beeswax, all the pomade.
And and as each one approaches, its occupants get out, and they walk through this huge gilded gate, and down the path to the house. Or maybe they pull in and there's like a circle, and then as they kind of pull around the circle. So as you guys pull up to the house, the carriage will stop, and everybody's just kind of like everybody's already kind of turning heads because there's nobody driving the carriage. So you're already
Yeah, we completely forgot about that part. Like, nobody bothered to sit up there.
So everybody's
I have a very well trained horse.
everybody's kind of like turning heads.
Count to
and then,
three.
But the horse still has the cloak on.
And then who is the first one out of the carriage?
I like to think Ravaracus is.
Yeah. Smoke rolling out of it. Ching. The chains around my waist. But yeah, I will gracefully step out.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Sure thing. I'll get around that perception.
I've got a 9.
A 9.
A
Okay.
9.
So you can hear like whispers and murmurs, but you can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
There are those like those fancy like noble people whispers, so like you can't hear them even if you're right next to them. You can't.
I wouldn't even get what they were saying, honestly, probably.
And so you step out, the smoke rolls out, the chains clink. Everybody kind of is at the door, kind of turns
Like,
to see you.
step.
When everyone's looking at her, I turn back to normal.
Okay.
The carriage
Just
walk.
leaving the carriage there at the front door.
Who's next now?
I'll be behind you.
Okay.
Oh, Eleanor.
And then how do you exit
Like the
carriage?
most gorgeous woman alive. Like,
I'm not used to being this tall.
Yeah,
I have a hard time walking.
she's like,
I try to be regal.
I'll take her hand
yeah.
and help her.
Some more whispers and murmurs throughout the crowd.
Oh my god.
Yeah, some more whispers and murmurs throughout the crowd. Yeah. Who's next now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll sit down.
Okay, yeah. And as you do you have anything that you, what's your entrance like?
I'll straighten up my coat and tuck my cane under my arm.
Okay.
Milady?
Hey. Smoke 'em, girls.
Who's next?
I mean, I'll let Kat go first.
Okay.
I stick my hand out waiting for you.
Put my hand at your head and walk out. Not used to being a center of attention.
She's like, please, please.
This is the opposite of what I'm used to.
hide in.
We'll hide behind. Just like, no.
Yeah, and well, you might find some relief in that maybe you aren't the center of attention, because when Eleonora has stepped out, she has sort of taken the attention of the crowd. Like everybody seems to be kind of looking at each other and whispering to one another, and making a big to-do of her. Not to say that when you step out, there's not some attention given to you as well.
There's none.
All the men and
Because
women,
you
the rest of the
immediately,
women.
You immediately see there's this whole kind of crowd of people kind of gathered around around the entrance, I guess, and in this whole crowd of people, you see two purple eyes set into a pale face with raven black hair,
Oh!
staring back at you. And just as quickly as you see her, she's gone.
Yeah, I'm fucked up for the rest of the
Possibly somewhere deeper inside the
You
inside
run
the
past
manor.
Yeah. During my encounter with Brad, I'm starting to tell her something. And
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, you're just like, hop it in, but
Give me an insight check.
he's broken. I don't need an insight check for that. 15.
15. So you know exactly what just happened.
I know that face. And then I see him shimmy past and go through a whole bunch of people. and I'm like,
No, I'm playing it cool.
oh yeah, real cool.
You see the
And then finally, Derek.
I'm standing out and impassively just surveying the crowd. Just a stern face.
Okay.
Not showing any reaction, just then stepping out the carriage.
Okay. And then as you do, the people behind you, they're I guess it would be a teamster. It would be like it'd probably be a fancier version, like a, what do they call it? Like a carriage driver, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just like, and he like nods to the carriage that's just being left there, nowhere to go.
It's a rental.
What? No valet?
It's not licensed to me, don't worry.
Not registered under my name.
We use the horse's hoof.
And so then as you all begin to walk up the steps, someone will step forward. He's a human. He's got this big bustling like bushy white beard. It looks like he almost looks like a former soldier. He's got his jacket's kind of decorated with like medals and stuff. And he steps forward and he says, "Who let this riffraff into the party? I'd like to see your invitation."
I'll look back around, make sure he's.
I'm doing what I was told to do when we got to the door.
Oh yeah, he's definitely talking to you guys.
Oh, no. I will pull out my invitation.
He'll adjust his monocle and look at it, and he says, "Preposterous, forgeries, I bet." And you'll hear this voice as smooth as silk itself ring out throughout the crowd, and it's a woman's voice, and she says, "Not at all." She says, "They're my personal guests, and I would suggest you show them some respect." And you see this lady at the entrance, and she's tall. She's
The spitting image of Eleanor.
she's tall and graceful, but her expression is sharp and pointed. And
Is it Silverhead?
no, and she beckons you all to come inside.
I will just look at that guy and go, riff raff.
As soon as,
Street rat.
as soon as all of them get in the door,
Yeah.
He just says,
your mustache ain't even that fancy.
I took a piece of his hair.
Good job, Rap.
I'll put a hex on him when we get home.
So as this woman leads you into the manor, she says, I don't believe we've been properly introduced. My name is Romalia Haventree. You're friends with Rainier.
Yes.
He said he mentioned to me garnered an invitation, which I found perplexing because I did not send one out to you.
You know how these things go.
And she says, well, normally I would call the guard and have you imprisoned. However, on a night like tonight, I'm in need of some extra security. I've heard some whispers from little birds that there may be an infiltrator here tonight.
As it would.
Someone with their sights on assassination. Now, I know not of whom, but I know that they are a drow, and that they will be disguised among one of the guests. Now, if you can provide, if you can prove serviceful to me, then I shall have no reason to call a guard.
I see no reason why we can't.
Hmm?
I don't see why we can't.
Are dogs allowed at this event?
Or what?
Are dogs allowed at this event?
She says,
He's a service dog.
We have papers.
Here's his vest.
Throws the vest at me.
she says, if I find one dog hair on any of my pristine furniture or garments, I will come after you personally.
Joke's on you. I can be hairless.
Ew.
She wrinkles her nose.
We all do.
do.
Even Raph
Yeah,
thinks that's kind of weird.
At least get some scales.
There's no scaly wolves.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. It's a turtle wolf.
It's magic. I'm sure you can
And
make something
and
up.
she says, but she does say discretion would be of the utmost priority.
Damn it, I have to
Understood.
be a bird.
Other than that, enjoy the party. And then she'll kind of like level her gaze at you, and she'll bend down and she'll whisper to you. And she'll say, and I would be careful, dear. There's another lady here who looks exactly like you.
That's so weird.
Everyone keeps saying that.
She says, perhaps you have more in common than you think. And then she'll leave you with that. Meanwhile, the ballroom is full of people in kind of clusters who are talking amongst one another. There is a large table with appetizers on it, like little wieners and like just all the finest delicacies.
Arthur, whip out your spicy sausage.
I'm not here to cater this party.
Dude, you know how much rep we'd get if we did cater this party?
And then like over the crowd, you can hear.
Oh no.
From the kitchen, you can hear. Oh, you set that down right now. He says that is not up to my standard of perfection.
Please tell me he's at least like wearing our logo somewhere.
I look at all the staff and say, have Have fun.
Yeah, they all have this like shell-shocked look on their face.
Claire's still doing dishes.
And Claire stumbles out. She's got an apron on, and she's carrying some dirty dishes to the back. She says she looks at you guys like, huh, and then she like continues on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a chat with our staff for Moonlight.
Unless they're all wearing the t-shirts.
Yeah, I for one will sample the hors d'oeuvres and just kind of keep my eye out for anything unusual.
I'm trying to
Okay.
think of something
And
that's
so,
not suspicious.
And so this is the part of the party where you guys can kind of do whatever you like. There are people around. There are.
Is there a lineup of entertainment or
entertainment? Yeah,
like
there's
a string section?
Yeah, there's definitely music being played. Although it doesn't appear to be played by anybody. It seems to be.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, these instruments seem to be like floating in the air, like above the party, and they seem to be playing themselves.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, he has Quasar here?
Yes, he is.
Well, I don't care. I was just asking because I want to know if there's tea. Is there like piping hot tea going on?
Oh yeah. So
You just see Rav staring at everyone.
Yeah, dude. I'm not one to approach. People approach me.
Well, give me a
That's
perception
why she
check.
wears the veil, so like nobody can see her this.
Yes. Perception check.
They're gonna break up.
19.
She's pregnant.
19. Yeah. So you can find Quasar quite easily. He is. He's commenting loudly. He's already many cups in, and he's commenting loudly about the hollowness of the music being played, and how Romalia Haventry, with all of her fortune from her dead husband, can't afford live minstrels, and he's just giving a scathing review.
Oh yeah, he
of the whole
is.
party.
He's piping hot tea. Damn, that kettle's about to burst.
The whole southern state's full of tea or anything.
Lord. And people are like kind of listening to him, but they're kind of like looking around, like, ooh. It's like watching a train, like a train wreck happen, like in slow motion.
Yeah, he's gonna get his ass knocked out if he's not careful.
But yeah, he's just talking loudly.
After Kat dumped him, things weren't the same.
He throws that in a couple times.
He's been day drinking.
And he says that he's like, with all her dead husband's fortune, she can't afford to just a miserly old crone and like all this stuff, and the food's not even that good, and you hear
Knife running out
this
of
knife just like flies across the room. So
Somehow sticks in
Are
their
they
bark.
offering like house drink, or is that like you have to have a ticket for that? Or
no, there's it's an open bar.
an open bar?
Yeah.
Ooh, an open bar.
Yeah, that's the first place I go.
Okay. You'll go over there. You'll see that there's this gentleman. He's dressed in fine attire, but his beard is scruffy and his hair is kind of a little wild. It's short, but it's unkempt, and he appears to be kind of like muttering to himself at the at the bar. When he sees you approach, he stops muttering to himself, and he looks you up and down. And he says, "I take it that's not your usual uniform, is it?"
No, this is just for dress.
He says, "Come now, don't play around with me. I see you for what you are."
However, I'm kind of considering this is my new uniform.
He says, "You're like me, a trained killer."
Well, that jumped drastically.
Whatever do you mean?
He says, he puts his hand forward and he says, the name's War Dragon. Maloon War Dragon.
I will receive his hand. Bartholomew. Bartholomew Great Shadow.
He says, He says, well, I've seen it all. I've been adventuring around these parts for years. He says, like, you look like you've seen your handful of things out there. How about we get a drink? You tell me about it. Maybe I'll tell you one of mine.
Sure. Well, to be honest, I've not been to a fancy to-do like this.
Give me a history check.
History check.
That name does sound familiar. That'll still know how.
Oh, is this
He's a person of interest.
He might be an Easter egg.
He's an Easter egg.
No, we were specifically told to check him out.
Well, yeah,
Easter egg.
but no, it's not rolling.
Shout out to everybody that owns a Jeep. They all have Easter eggs.
Quasar's got lots of opinions, huh? Yeah, he does. About this party, about the food, about who should be with who should be whose husband.
Yeah, let's not talk
I'm
about
gonna have to roll the old-fashioned way. For some reason, it's not.
Oh goodness. Okay.
History is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have ball music playing.
Do we have ball music playing? I don't think we do.
Aw.
We do have.
Yeah.
We can have some music playing though.
Jam it out!
That is pretty
there's your
can.
ball music.
There's our ball music.
6 for history.
6 for history? Oh, okay, yeah. So it's whatever. Yeah. You've never heard of this guy. You don't know.
So what do you have back there?
Huh?
So what do you have back there?
He says, "Hey, what are you talking about?"
Drink.
Says- He says, "I don't know." And he turns to the bartender and he says, "What do you have back there? Anything besides this dwarven swill? I'd kill for it. I'd kill for some of that water you brew." Or actually, he'll say, "I'll kill for some of that," and then he'll say one of the beers that's like that you just got recently on tap at the Troll Skull Manor, maybe like troll shit.
Just.
Yeah, I have ale all the time. I've heard great things about this Midsummer Red.
He says, he kind of gives you a look and he says, "Oh, fancy, are we?
I'm in the mood for wine.
What about yourself? I'll stick to my ale."
Bartender.
Yeah. And while that's going on, he asked you about your adventures, but he'll just begin regaling you with his own adventures, yeah. And
One shot of fire dragon, please.
what are the rest of you do?
Whatever Cat tells me to do,
Whoa.
If you want
Alright.
to, sure.
I was going to say you could try to look for the other,
You know who wears the
Eleonora.
around here?
That's what I was doing.
Right, well, never mind.
You guys can be on the lookout for the drow person.
I was thinking that might be who that is.
I have other. But I'm looking for the drow and the other one.
Is there a way I could smell out a drow if I was a wolf?
Smell it.
Like distinguish it?
I think,
I know it's a stretch.
I don't think so.
Weird.
Okay.
Scared. He just walks around sniffing people.
Let me smell your skin.
You just see a dog sniffing
Well, you want
everybody.
us to look for your copy?
Treat
Yeah.
yourself, Barthum.
What?
Roll me a.
That's what
perception.
Marriott said. Treat yourself, Barthum.
Damn right.
I'm also looking for a counterpart, but I don't know if we're doing it together.
Okay.
I could. 17.
Okay. So there's the main ballroom, and then there's like offshoots to the room, like there's like a lounge where some people are sitting. There's a group of like there's a group of like maybe six people, and they're kind of gathered around a fireplace. Like there's 2 couches like in front of the fireplace. They're kind of gathered around, and they are talking and laughing. It looks like maybe they're like playing some kind of party game of some sort.
Okay.
When you walk in, though, you're going to see the person looks exactly like you. She looks like you. She's wearing the exact same dress, and she's wearing the tiara as well.
What?
And she looks at you, and her face becomes super angry.
Oh no.
And she says, Eleonora.
What?
Oh.
And you know immediately who this is.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Bonnie. And she's a huge bitch. She's a changeling like you.
Okay.
But you guys have been like
She's like my nemesis.
she's
like
like your
friend
friend. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
And she says, Eleonora.
Bonnie?
Yeah. Bonnie? Fucking bitch.
And she says,
I just hear like a simultaneous.
and she says, she rolls her eyes and she says, how did you get an invitation? Let me guess, you probably stole one. I got invited properly because I've made a name for myself in this town. Because I've actually gone through the proper channels. I don't need to live like a little cretin in the streets.
If you've made a name for yourself, then why did you have to show up looking like that?
She says, I had this look first.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
She had that look better. She had that look better. You say that. I was in your side.
Yeah, so it totally sounded like you said she had it better.
I work better.
And she's there with her crew, who are also changelings as well.
Yeah.
So she's there with her crew, and they're just like, oh.
Well, can I like ominously creep up behind Nora without her knowing and give her an extra intimidating presence?
I don't know if you can do it without her knowing.
She probably shows a little.
But yeah, you can creep up behind her for sure.
Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Playing with my bones off my hat.
And then Bonnie's gonna be like, oh my god, don't tell me you joined the circus, didn't you?
That is incredibly rude.
Except these are like fingers.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's just finger food.
No, this is my friend Ravaracus, and we are not in the circus.
And she says, well, you should be. You could probably make a killing.
Oh, you don't even know the half of it.
Her longtime on and off boyfriend is going to stand up. He's discussed. You know exactly, like changelings know each other.
Yeah.
So like
It's like high school drama.
yeah. So you know exactly who he is, but he's like he has a different face than the last time you saw him. He's this very like upstanding looking, very poised and like well groomed gentleman. And he's gonna stand up and he's gonna say, "No, wait, please. Can we just sit down and have a couple drinks and reminisce about the old times when you weren't so off key?"
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, come now. Why else would you leave the group?
Maybe because I was sick of you guys.
And Bonnie's just like, sick of what exactly?
That, right there.
She's like,
Hey, Shades!
and she's
I feel like
well,
Nicole's
maybe some
going
of us
through
were just tired of you one-upping us all the time.
I'm not going to apologize for being better than you.
she says, see, there, that's the shit that I'm tired of.
Oh my god, this is bad.
You know, I would be tired too if someone was always better than me. That was
Straight up
exhausting.
CW
I don't
show.
like this.
I feel like y'all went through this before.
And she says, well, I'm not leaving, so...
Who said I was the...
She says, well, just gonna figure, I was here first. It's only fair.
Why,
And then her boyfriend is just like, well, it is only fair.
why is it fair that I would have to
I
leave?
feel like in another campaign you lose your
And she
glasses.
says, there's enough of us in this room, so...
Can I have her make a wisdom saving throw? Trust me. Please.
Sure.
Wisdom saving throw. Please don't roll high. I want to do something cool. I'm not going to kill her.
Just a celebration.
Yeah.
In general.
Just a
Romalia Haven Tree?
I
No.
try to bid for a
Okay. Probably like a +2, but...
I used command, and I'm going to tell her to leave
I mean,
And so she'll kind of get this robotic look on her face, and she'll start walking towards the door, and her boyfriend will be like, Bonnie, 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 and he'll start chasing after her.
Just for record, I thought you looked prettier anyway. Even though you had the exact my bad flirting skills. As I'm eating the little wiener dog, she looked for my like,
And the seed of the relationship starts to
a little crack.
And then I just like awkwardly say hello to the rest of the group, and I walk away.
Okay, yeah. And they're just like,
Yeah.
I hiss at them.
Later.
That kid in the hallway.
what do the rest of you do?
is there like a place where people are bidding for stuff?
What?
I don't know.
This is a
What?
What are they bidding for?
I feel like Hunter's like trying to like find somebody to give a ring that's better than the one she was going to get.
You mean like a raffle, maybe?
Yeah, a raffle.
An auction?
It is like a door prize to a noble's party.
I've never been to one, guys. I don't know about you. Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's funny. The culture shock.
Wow, well, the yee and Nick is coming out.
What kind of parties do you go to?
Is there an auction at this here party?
I have to enter my name.
When did we shut the corn?
We bought for apples here.
Raffle off
Is
the
there
beers, damn it.
If I get the red corn, I get a kiss.
Oh my god.
Wrong culture shock that I thought we were
Nick, your country is showing. He's showing.
I didn't know the word that I was trying to look for, okay?
People.
They're not.
Party.
So from what I can see, we're kind of all split up, like those two are together, those two are together.
Well, Derek, I
He's
think,
on
is
his
probably hanging
I was
around.
nearby
Yeah.
to that encounter.
And then he immediately dotted outline again.
So,
He's gone.
so were you nearby to the Bonnie encounter?
Mhm.
So you've ever heard the name Bonnie? You've ever heard doppelganger or changelings? Doppelganger, changeling. And then Bonnie begins to sort of storm out of the party with this other, you assume, another doppelganger behind her.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to try to talk to Eleanor so they get a chance.
Okay. And then, and you may have that chance whenever you like.
You really showed her. Eleanor. She got up and left.
So,
Maybe the party is a
How
fundraiser
well
for the
do
families
you
of the
know
innocent dead.
are they all like you?
Yeah. Yeah.
They all peeps.
So they just seem kind of hoity-toity. Are they like the working class, or are they just?
They're working class. They just think they're better than everybody.
Oh, okay. Because there's some people that might want to hire them.
Okay.
I mean,
So I don't know if you would like to do that, or if I should talk to them myself.
You can talk to them.
Okay,
I've
then.
talked to them enough.
Would you give them a shining recommendation?
No, I could probably do a better job than all of them, but
Yeah, but I don't know if these are people you want to get mixed up with.
okay.
If they get caught up in some trouble, that's them.
Yeah, that's fair.
but there's also people that want them dead.
Hmm?
There's also people that want them dead.
Yes, there are.
So we can do
He's
both.
like, but he's like,
wait.
his legs are like this short, so like,
That want them dead?
look at, she's like,
I thought there was one group that wanted them dead.
No, the Zentarum would like to recruit them, and the Harpers would like to recruit
Oh.
them. So both teams would like to recruit them, but the Harpers want to know if they're
Worth it.
like good guy enough, and the Zentarum just want to know if they're like trustworthy, if they'll be part of the family, because they're very like mafia. Like once you're in Zentarum.
Right.
yeah, you stop talking to me.
Who was the contact for the Harpers?
Because
Because I've got Haven Tree down.
yes, Rainier through Haven Tree, or Haven Tree through Rainier.
Okay. Oh, that's right. They wanted me to.
And then
Scope them
Davos. Davos was the, or I guess it was Istrid. Davos through Istrid.
Right.
What was the other one?
So yeah, I'm gonna go and strike up a conversation.
With him.
The group of changelings.
Okay. Yeah. So Derek, we'll go up there and strike up a conversation. They definitely don't know that you know that they're changelings, so they're just acting like nobles, and kind of making a mockery of it almost, like they're having fun, just like pretending to be nobles, or pretending to be part of the just part of the scene, I guess, and. Bonnie's gone at this point, so what did you want to do exactly?
Well, basically, I just want to get a feel for them as a group. So basically, I'm just,
Did you want to take Arrakis with you?
Probably not on this one.
Leave.
Considering she's already
Leave.
made an impression.
So okay, so give me an insight check.
Okay.
Everybody leaves.
18.
Okay, nice. So your read on these guys is that they are definitely not taking life too seriously. They are definitely not like just kind of talking to them, like you don't get the feeling that they are like motivated to do a job, really.
They're luscious.
Yeah.
They're just party.
Right. Yeah. You
Gals
definitely
and
you
gals.
definitely don't get like a sense of commitment from them.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, you're not a cameraman.
You've been fired from this job.
Your dream is crushed,
Big
boy. Big butt Remy.
So
You think when Michael Bay
so
fired
that's
you-
your read on them. You think Bonnie herself might have a little bit more potential, but she's disappeared into the party, presumably heading towards the door.
Okay.
But that's kind of what you pick up from the whole situation.
Well, I'm not going to open that can of worms yet.
Okay.
If Eleanor sees me talking with Bonnie, that's I fear for my safety.
Which one's which? So, what else are we doing? What are you guys doing?
I'm going to rob this place.
Okay. Okay. How would you like to go about doing that?
Oh. Is there a place where she would keep her fortune or her most valuable stuff?
Oh, you're robbing from her.
Give me a. What would this be? Like a knowledge of where people keep their money.
I think
Insight?
maybe an insight. Yeah, because it depends on the person, right?
Yeah, maybe I guess maybe like a history check or a insight check, perhaps.
Do history.
Oh.
16.
On which one?
History.
Okay. So this is a so this house is specifically for parties, like or for large events. Sometimes people live here, but it's not very often. This isn't even where her like normal residence is. It's kind of just like like open for the party at this moment. So you think that probably the most valuable things would actually be on the guests themselves.
Okay.
You're looking around and you're seeing like flashes among the crowd. You don't see faces. You just see like ruby studded bracelet here, or emerald pendulum here, like necklace here, golden bangle here. You know. So as you're looking out, you see like the most valuable things in this room appear to be on the guests themselves. But give me a perception check real quick. This is going to be a hard one.
5.
5, yeah, okay. So you're not seeing anything. But there's your treasure trove essentially.
Okay.
You name it, it's probably there.
Now,
I have an idea.
Quick question.
yeah.
Do I have eyes on Romalia? Or would that be a perception check?
So you were doing all that stuff. You probably don't have eyes on them all yet at this
Damn
moment.
it. Because I don't want her to get
I
assassinated.
have a way to help you find your person.
Oh, and have you had any luck finding your,
Look for the person that's not distracted.
long lost love?
No, I'm actually
So there we
Find the
were.
one that's not
Yeah.
distracted.
We were 5 levels deep in the dragon's lair, and I saw it coming around the corner, crawling on the ceiling, looking at us from above, eyeing us with the look of a hunter, descending upon its prey.
The
And
girl walks around the bar.
and I knew right then and there, we weren't going to get out of this alive. So, I charged it.
Marlon, you're all right. I'm imagining
she's
like
like,
5
"Okay,
goblets
let me
in.
go."
I've forgotten all about the security details.
She's so grown up.
I know.
Come to find out,
You're such an adult.
come to find out,
fast.
the chromatic,
She makes it look
the
like
silver
she's
dragon
too. She's
was
like-
the same bar wench I slept with before I went in.
Huzzah!
Too much.
And that's how you lay 'em and slay 'em.
Get this man a drink.
Did he just say that to me?
Yeah, horse.
I'm not even the
So,
first thing.
um,
I have an idea.
give me a perception check.
Key.
16 plus
I was thinking
something.
since the bards.
Yeah, she-
Oh my God, look at her.
16.
So,
What are you doing, girl?
So while he's regaling you with this story, which may or may not be true, you're kind of like looking out into the crowd, and you will see your raven-haired, purple-eyed beauty, almost like.
Sorry, all the cat hair is
Yeah.
like, whee!
It's like confetti. Kind of like she's kind of gliding across the ballroom floor, and you see her kind of like stop and like talk to people here and there, and then you'll see her actually she will approach Romalia Haventree towards one of the sides of the room, and she will kind of, you'll see her kind of shoot a glance at you, but then she's returns to her conversation with Haventree. And they're kind of in a group of other like social elites and nobles. And that is what you will see. Yeah.
Okay. I will continue listening to Merlin's stories, but I will kind of back and forth. Like, I won't get up or respond, but I will just try to catch her eyes as I'm listening to, as I'm getting pissed drunk.
Yeah. Well, so and as you're standing there talking.
Sorry.
As you're standing there talking, and you're kind of looking over, you completely failed to see that Savra Bellabronta, out of her stable gear and in a beautiful evening gown, has approached as well. And she says, she kind of leans in. She's like, Barthol?
Sobble?
Sobble?
I'm drunk.
And she says, I didn't know you knew this old fart. And she points to a war dragon. Yeah, Meloon war dragon.
Meloon.
Yeah. And,
Oh, that's who it is. Is that the guy that Bootius was like squaring up with? No, that was Commander Gear or something like that.
Yeah, I was slapping on the shit.
Bootius?
Yeah.
No, I don't think this isn't like anybody from this is just somebody from this one, yeah. Yeah, and she says, judging by the cups, I guarantee you he's told you the story about the dragon.
And I was slapping him on the back. Yeah, he has.
And Meloon says, he says, this woman here saved my life. Griffin was coming straight at me. I've never seen such a thing. I thought that dragon was fearsome. And she says, and she looks a little embarrassed, and she's like, I'm really sorry about that. I still don't know what's wrong with them. She says, must be the way you smell or something. And he gives a loud, like, hearty haw. And he's going to say, he's going to sort of stumble off back into the crowd, like, in search of a restroom. And she'll turn back to you and she'll say, I'll be honest, I didn't expect to see you at an event like this. She says, I'm a little relieved, though.
Why is that?
And she just says, just someone normal to talk to.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. She
Well,
says,
this gentleman, he's plenty normal, believe me.
and she says, yeah, he suffers from the same faults that all the old heroes do. And getting stuck and getting drunk and reliving their tales over and over again.
So what brings you to a party like this?
She says, well, it's practically required that I be here. Me being from a noble family and all.
That's fair. Well, it is really good to see you again.
And as you look back over to where Haven Tree and your your purple-eyed beauty are, they have disappeared.
Excuse me, I'm going to, I forgot to relieve myself.
It's just like, okay, see ya.
And I will make my way into the crowd.
Okay. Alright, anybody else know anything?
Just, I want to distract
Looking for the drow?
Okay, give me a,
I don't know how I'm going to spot him, but
here, let me,
although occasionally we've noticed some wavering in their illusions, haven't we?
What do you mean?
The drow
Oh,
disguises.
Right.
I want to roll perception. Or anything.
And this, I will tag team with Ravaracus on.
okay. So as you go back out to look for, or you know where Reverend is, so you guys can come together.
She's on my chair.
Oh, she's in. Oh.
So you guys will come together. A gentleman has approached you and is talking to you. His name is he introduces himself as Aristian Delmarne, and he is a very like upper crust looking fellow, and he has a very like fancy hat on, maybe like a fedora kind of thing. And with a big feather coming out of it. And he gives like the lowest bow you've ever seen in your life. And,
Nose touching the floor.
Yeah. And he says, and as the music begins to pick up tempo, he will invite you to dance with him.
No, thank you.
And he says,
These legs are just way too long. I mean,
and he says, come now. He says, I'm the finest dancer in Luskin. I promise you won't have to try it all.
We'll see. I reluctantly go.
Okay, yeah, and he'll pull you on and start to dance with you, and that will kind of open up an opportunity for you to talk to Ravaracus.
yeah, I'm like snarling. As he's like, she said no, but
So yeah, use your sharp wit, insight,
whatever you lizard people have.
whatever it is that lets you know what people are thinking.
My spines.
Yeah, you want to give me a hand, see if we can suss out this assassin?
So,
Drow in disguise.
what would that roll be?
Give me an insight check.
It was dice.
Or was it?
I'm just gonna take the roll I got and just add my modifier to it.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
11.
All right. So you guys spend a decent amount of time scrutinizing the crowd, and unfortunately you will not see anything that's out of character. The gentleman from Luskin, he was not lying. He's an exceptional dancer. So exceptional, in fact, that he was spot on. You really don't even have to think about it. He guides you along the dance floor,
Okay.
remarkably well.
Okay.
To the point where it's like a scene from like a movie, like where like
Go to gliding around.
You're like the dancing is so impressive that everybody kind of gives you guys space as you're dancing about.
But you're not even doing anything. You're just like,
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
But yeah, as you guys are scrutinizing the crowd, nobody will seem off color to you really. Even you, you're scanning and
my radar.
yeah, and you just like they all seem a little strange to you, and it's kind of muddling out any weird behavior. But you will notice, you may notice Sabra kind of by the bar by herself, apart from the crowd.
You with the drum. No.
And you might notice that too.
Have I met her? I can't remember if I have in this campaign or not. All I can just think is Bootius, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you weren't there at the
Yeah.
stables, right? So
I don't know who that
so
is.
you might see her there. Just a familiar face. Another familiar face you may see that you would recognize is Amalia Castellanter.
Oh, I like. Is that the lady or the kid?
The lady. Yeah.
You like your children.
Yeah, the children or something I can chase.
She is sort of holding her own court of people. She's surrounded by people, and she seems to be the center point of discussion. Her husband, or who you assume is her husband, stands by, and he seems to be able to contribute evenly to whatever conversation they're having. Normally, when they stop talking, or their sentences are punctuated in like titters of laughter from among the people who are surrounding them and talking to them and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll totally. I mean, I won't obviously approach where they're gonna be like, oh, like spears in front of me or anything.
No, nobody's armed or anything.
Okay,
They're all
yeah.
just it's worse. They just judge you.
But yeah, I know. I'm kind of used to that though. So.
And then just scanning the whole crowd, you'll have eyes on Quasar again as well, who might actually be approaching Savra, who's alone at the bar. And you guys also might have eyes on Haven Tree as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Who is in the company of a few people, including a young lady with black hair and purple eyes. She seems to be introducing her to other people.
Who, Ramon is introducing her?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
And yeah, that's what you guys see. Now, how is the thieving going?
Roll a sleight of hand.
I'm casting guidance.
While Eleonora
D4.
is being danced around the room, lots of people are nice and distracted by the sight
So
of
she
it.
could get
Grouped
advantage.
tightly.
Did she get advantage?
To dance and steal from
You
people.
just said distracted.
I did.
Dance and steal from people.
Can we dance and steal from people?
It would be fun, but right now all their backs. I mean, they're all facing forward.
You don't have to be
And a
fancy
group.
to steal from these people.
It's actually one of the first rules of stealing is don't draw attention.
Yeah.
I mean, I could pull the whole like, oh, I'm sorry, I bumped into you while you grabbed their wallet kind of thing.
I rolled a 17.
Oh. You don't need me.
Yeah, I don't need you.
Okay, and he's
I'm
taking-
going
so
to
is
the
that
bar.
is that a sleight of hand?
Yes.
Oh, don't forget the guidance.
Oh yeah, the D4.
Plus D4.
Plus a D4.
Plus D4.
Yes.
Unless you want me to roll it.
Yeah, my roller
D20.
isn't working the same either.
Bumped
So
it
it
up
must
to
be
20.
Okay, yeah. So you're kind
So mine pops up
of
the
mingling
window,
throughout the
so
crowd, and as you're passing
But it
by,
says
you're
error, so we're not
sort of
found.
like unsnapping jewelry, and like as it falls down like to the ground, you kind of catch it and maybe bump into them. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I really like. I just floated too. Woo! My brain's a little fuzzy. All this wine, you know. And by the time you get to the other side of the room, you've got like
A ring on each finger, a
Let me get
necklace.
some good descriptions of treasure.
Decked out like Mr. T.
yeah. You start wearing it all. Yeah, just you probably in one trip across the room you probably clear like 2,000 gold worth of jewelry.
Got my money back.
Damn, yeah, there you go.
And what did you do? Oh, you got it. You got it.
I use guidance. It's like everywhere she went, I like highlighted it in her head. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Just use that, just twist that divine favor to have them look the other way, just slightly. Actually, you give me a perception check.
Okay. Nice. 22.
22. Oh, good. So actually, you're going to notice something interesting. So as you're moving through her larceny does not go unnoticed. Someone is watching her, and she has purple eyes and raven black hair.
Do I see him going around the corner?
No, you just see her.
Did you ever tell us anything about that?
You just see her notice
No, he never did.
the larceny, and she's watching kind of with like out of the corner of her eye, but with great interest. Like,
More of an impressed eye
Wait,
than
watch
a...
this end up being Vex, I swear to
Maybe,
God.
maybe.
I swear to God.
No.
No, I swear to God. That's some hag shit right
When
there,
you're
I'm
on-
telling you, man.
When you're on the other side of the room, I literally point her out
oh
to
shit,
you.
it's Dante. Did he summon the Kraken?
Yeah, he said the Karen Kraken.
Oh god.
I said the most dangerous creature of them all.
Kraken.
The Kirkin.
So,
I like immediately when Kat makes contact with me, just point to her.
Purple eyes, purple eyes.
yeah, you've been noticed.
Are
You
purple
gonna
eyes
snitch,
something
bitch?
that's like...
It's not totally remarkable.
Yeah, is it like a you know how like
Yeah,
purple
yeah,
eyes
yeah.
Targaryen? Does this really like does this
Watching.
highlight anything for any certain type of people or group? Okay,
It's not totally remarkable.
okay, just checking.
It's just remarkable enough to be noticeable, but not like.
But not like, whoa, oh my God, she's a Targaryen. Like,
Yeah. So, what have you done?
No, I really did have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll run into as you walk into the privy, you'll hear Maloon's voice. It sounds like he's arguing with himself. He's let's see, real quick. Yeah, he's kind of talking to himself, and he says, yeah, I know, I recognize him. I recognize him. I don't know what to do about it, though. You want me to do what? Not here, though, not here. Perhaps somewhere else. Perhaps he trusts me, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to, quiet as I can, shake and leave.
Give me a stealth check. Give me a stealth check on the shake.
No. Stealth. It's going. Whoa. Wait, do I got the right character up here? Yeah. Okay.
It's dexterity
So,
based.
yeah, 12.
Okay. So,
are the eyes like popping purple or like eggplant? That's what Marriott said.
which is good, but not good enough. He's going to turn hastily towards you and says, Bartholomew.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah.
He says, I was just thinking, we should work together.
Well, I'm currently in an adventuring party, but
Fuck that, come on. You and me. Look, I'm gonna level with you. Something's going wrong in the city. Darkness is seeping up from beneath, taking the city by hold.
well, you're not wrong, but
I think you've got what it takes. I see you, and it reminds me of myself. He says, I think you've got what it takes
I wonder if she likes the heat.
to be part of the Force Grey.
The vaccinated.
Well, perhaps you can come by the Troll Skull Tavern and we can talk more.
He says, look, I'm in with the Blackstaff. I can get you on the team.
What? I don't say that out loud, but
He says, I can get you on the team. I've recently, well, not been myself lately, but they need someone to replace me. And I think you might be the one.
okay.
Okay, who is this guy again?
Well, I will. Well, I have to get back to my party, but I'm definitely interested, and I'll give him a business stone and
A business stone?
and tell him to come by, and we can talk some more.
He says, no, we have to do it now.
No. I'm way too drunk to talk business.
He says,
I'm
I'll
here-
be honest, I'm a little drunk myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here purely for pleasure. There's no business tonight. You must come by the Troll Skull Manor tomorrow.
And, okay, yeah, and he's going to, give me an insight check.
No.
And, okay.
Rav comes into the bathroom.
Yeah. He says this, so that's what he's feeling, so.
Yeah, and so he'll let you leave. Yeah. Where do you go now?
I go try to find Eric.
Okay.
It just dawned on me that I'm kind of on a mission here.
So the dance has ended. The gentleman from Luskin will bow again, and he'll say I wouldn't sell yourself so short. You're an excellent dancer.
Oh, thank you. It's just these legs. They're new and I don't know how to use them.
And he raises an eyebrow and he says, I suspect there's more to you than meets the eye.
Oh, you have no idea.
And then just walk away.
And he'll look after you for a moment, but then he will turn and begin chatting brightly with another group of people.
She
And,
says, "How dare you disturb my dice?"
What's everybody else doing?
I want to challenge the bard.
I don't.
Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
And he's over by the bar. Even without an insight check, you can see that Savra is suffering as he is relentlessly hitting on her.
I do the whole friend thing where it's like, come on, dude, she's not interested.
We'll get to that. What did you say you're doing?
That's one of the bar initiatives.
You can go ahead, talk. I'm talking to this person. There's somebody new here.
Oh, sweet.
So
sweet.
it's welcoming Swaffle.
Oh, hey, what's up, Waffle?
What's that from me? Oh, he's from I don't know. I'm so many discourse now. But he's definitely from somebody that streams.
What I was gonna say though is, obviously we can't do it just by sight alone. I guess. Is there another way we could keep an eye out for a drow? Because everybody, to me, looks suspicious, and to him, nobody looks suspicious. Or,
Well, one thing is for certain: nobody here is a drow.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody looks like a drow.
But we have discussed that they can be using magic, right?
Mhm.
So would that be like a detect magic thing, maybe?
It could definitely work.
Let me
Yeah.
see if I have that. I think I do. Let me see here. No, not skills. I leveled up, so I need to add spells. Let's see if I can detect magic. Yeah. Yeah. So let's go ahead. I have detect magic.
Okay.
May I go ahead and cast that?
You may.
So I'd be looking for like illusion magic? Or what is that school of magic exactly again?
Usually to conceal or to deceive. Usually like some sort of illusion magic. But basically, so what happens is you cast that, and you're able to sense magic within an area.
Yeah.
Of yourself. When you do, you actually sense more magic than you expected.
Really?
Yeah.
Hi, Kiki.
And it feels like a lot of it's illusion magic, and a lot of it's
Oh, so everybody's like glamming themselves up.
right,
to look good.
yeah. Maybe not everybody, but enough people to where you're like, oh, okay, so this is like magic makeup time.
But can I tell like where
Spell.
maybe
Well,
where one would be more like, okay, so this is just makeup here, whereas this one's like, this is a whole different person.
well, with illusion magic, so basically you can, or with the, oh, thank you so much,
Aw,
Dante.
It wants me to share.
It logged me out of Twitch for some reason.
So, it's been doing that to me a lot. So, so basically what you're able to do is you're able to,
Thanks for the
as an
sub.
action, you can kind of like focus in on what the magic is, and it'll create sort of like an outline around specifically where the magic is coming from.
Sure. That should be like after my after this turn then, since I used it to cast it.
And in this case, I would let you, like, if you suspect someone of being the one, then you can
Then I can do it.
kind of hone in on them and see if there's like anything magical that they're doing, and then go from there if you like. So yeah. What's everybody doing?
You were going to go confront Quasar?
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you
First of all-
And in that opportunity, I'm going to save Sabra.
Oh, okay.
Sabra, I've been looking everywhere for you. Come.
We like bump fists on the way.
So that's a very swift maneuver. That's very sly maneuver. So what will you say to Quasar?
She's just not interested in pulling them. Like, all right, so we're just gonna be men about this.
So he's just like, aren't you the servant from before?
I am I'm a waiter, not a servant.
He says, does that mean cats here?
No.
He runs off into the crowd.
He says,
You're drunk enough. You're gonna believe me, don't I?
And he says, I must be honest. I've written 1,000 songs about a broken heart, but I've never felt one until now.
Oh my
Until
God.
this day.
I wanna. Look at that. It's like the.
So yeah, did you totally leave Kat alone then?
No.
She's going to be open to the vultures.
Now she's going to the vultures.
Speaking of those vultures, you're going to be approached by someone. And he's not by your side.
Oh no!
Right.
Or ravens, I should say. And then you've rescued Sabra.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just like, oh my god, thank you. Oh my god. She's like, I saw Bartholomew earlier. She's like, I guess it makes sense that you're here too.
About that time, I will approach Derek and Summer.
Oh, okay, yeah, and then as speak of the devil, right? And and then she kind of laughs because you guys beat up a devil. She explains the joke.
Oh, yes. Quite humorous.
And she will and she'll just tell you like the same thing as she told him. She's just for relief, like some normal people at this party. She's like,
Yeah, we should stick together.
Yeah.
she's like, I really hate the noble life. She says,
Hello, needy.
she says, and when she gets a little more comfortable, like talking to you guys, she'll let slip that she's like, well, actually, she'll give you an update. She says, you know that fucking family, the Grashir's family?
Yeah.
Well, look here.
They're pressing legal charges, and they're trying to take our property in the field board now.
Huh.
And they might actually win. They've got good friends in the council, so they might actually win.
Wow.
And there goes the Griffin stable. So
Anything we can do to help? We do owe you one.
she says, I don't know. She says, she says, I don't know. She's like, I've really been considering lately, like, just kind of leaving this all behind. I got a friend out in the Destrin Valley who's just joined this this group of aerial flyers. She's like, so I might go check that out.
Do you have any other friends?
A group of aerial.
She's like, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Well, we will miss you if you go.
And she says, thank you. She says, I really don't fit in here. And she
We know how that goes.
yeah, she's just like I'd rather be out there flying the Griffins any day than being here with all these like stuffed shirts and.
That does sound infinitely better, I must say.
She says what really sucks though is all the people that we've been trying to help in the field forge. You know, if they get that property, then it's like they win. So she says if there is anything you can do, maybe I'll be in touch. But it's looking like it's a battle fought legally at this point in the courts. So.
We'll let it
Well, need any dirt dug up or anything like that.
Anything burned.
Yeah,
Not there.
she's real thankful.
I have the feeling we don't know the extent of what they're up to anyway.
Yeah. So and while Hunter is away, you were getting approached by this young lady.
Is it the one I pointed out to?
Yeah,
Yes.
she has black hair and purple eyes. Woo! We got
Hack
raided!
Studio raiding!
Thank you for the
Thank
raid!
you.
What's up, Die Hack? What is up?
It's my Lathander brother.
You changed all that.
No, you're not a Lathander today, man.
I know.
Larthander?
Lathander, bro!
Larthander, bro.
Getting Beavis and Butthead.
Mm.
Nice.
So she will come over and she will say,
Oh, does the shout out come in that we're getting?
it should.
Didn't for me. Oh, there it is.
So she'll come over and she'll say,
Elliot, thy Elliot.
she'll say, pretty good work you've been doing in the crowd here.
What
She
are you
said-
talking about?
You're welcome.
And then she'll point to your new shinies, and she'll say, at this rate you're a little overdressed for the occasion. She says, just a little tip from one thief to another. This might not be the place. See Haven Tree over there. There's a lot more to her than you would think. She probably already knows. But if you were to maybe return those things as discreetly as you took them, she might have not little to say, if anything at all.
And why would I do that?
She says, "Well, if you want the if you want that trouble at your doorstep, go right ahead." She says, "I'm just trying to help a fellow thief out."
I'll think about it.
Would you
And,
happen to be a sneak?
And then she'll extend her hand and she'll say, Esveli is the name. Esveli Rosnar.
You're not there.
Face. Click.
I'll shake her hand and walk away.
Okay. Mercer? Yes.
So the bard.
Huh? What
So
about
the
the bar?
bard.
Yeah, what about the bar?
Just move on, dude. You're gonna find somebody else.
Give me a persuasion check.
18.
Yeah, and he's like who? There's nobody else.
I
She was so perfect and beautiful and quiet. Most importantly, quiet.
Scan the room for purple eyes. That one.
He says, "Do you really think I have a chance?"
You didn't have a chance the first time. It didn't stop you.
And he says, "You know what? You're right." He says, "You might be a terrible servant. God damn it, you excel at being a confidant." He says,
Ultimate wingman.
Yeah, ultimate wingman.
he says, "We should be friends.
I don't think my other
We should be
friends
best
like that.
friends.
I don't think my other
I
friends
like you." What was your name?
Bartholomew.
Well, Bart, I see something good happening here. Something fantastic.
I love the fact that John's icon is the guy from Monty Python.
And then he will approach the lady with black hair and purple eyes.
Get back over here.
Yeah, and then you guys will rejoin. So as she's leaving Kat, he will go to cut her off. What does everybody else do? Or what does everybody else want to do?
I'm gonna go find Ravarakis after I get away from that guy.
Okay. Ravarakis seems to, when you approach, seems to be in the process of like some incantations and dark magic shit.
Hello, changeling.
Somehow the simplest spells are just
You got your wishbone out.
Oh, pardon me. Poke. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to do. I don't know if there's been anybody noteworthy that has been odd, other than people just accidentally kind of being drunk.
I'm not drunk, you're drunk. I'm not as stink as you drunk I am.
I mean, it's a pretty awesome party so far.
I know, but there's going to be a possible assassination attempt.
maybe two.
Maybe two.
Yeah. Give me another insight check.
How about you save her from
Yeah.
being assassinated and she won't
Oh,
say
okay,
anything.
higher than a 17.
She's
It's
body
not
armor.
gonna help. I have a really bad feeling about this.
If we
Oh,
do that,
20.
just spend them.
Okay.
Help slow down
So
the
you're looking
assassin.
around. Again, like. Well, and I guess you can roll it with advantage, I guess. Or actually, with that, we just lower the DC, having the detect magic on. Okay, yeah. So I think so in conjunction with your insight, in conjunction with the detect magic, I think would make this an easier challenge. The gentleman from Luskin, who was dancing with your friend.
Yeah, because I'm like watching.
As soon as I heard lust, I was like, that's him.
He has a familiar gait to him, like his appearance is human. It's very like it blends in with the crowd, but his mannerisms are very particular. They're particular in a way that you sort of recognize. At least you raise like a lizard eyebrow. Or you raise a spine.
Or raise a spine.
Yeah, too. And if you focus your detect magic, you can see that his hat appears to be emanating some kind of illusion magic.
Just the hat.
Mm-hmm.
Take off the hat.
I'm gonna immediately find Derek.
Who is over there talking with Savra and Barthol.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Move.
Excuse me, tiny woman.
Yeah.
What is the Ravarak?
Who's the tiny woman?
Sabra.
Picks up Sabra.
Yeah.
She's like, "Whoa, Madam Merkel."
I can read you later. Hold on a second. I think I found the drow.
Really?
He was dancing with Eleonora. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. It's okay. Hug. With Sabra.
What tipped you off?
Wiggle. That's my spine.
The,
It's all in the spine.
the gentleman Eleonora was dancing with?
Mm-hmm.
Where did he say he was from?
Luskin.
I'll look at Derek and like, the drows are from Luskin.
His hat is where it's coming from, the illusion magic. So if I can just steal his hat or you can steal his hat. I don't know. Somebody can push him over. Whatever
Push
happens.
him over. Let's take that.
So, while all that's going on, me and her were actually going to move to guard duty, essentially.
Who you guarding?
Dark Knight says that you have a better beard than he does.
Years of practice. Years of
Years.
practice.
Okay, years. It's been
Person in
years
charge.
putting this together.
The one who put all this.
Oh, we're gonna burn her.
So the person this is all for, we were going to move closer, so if there was an assassination, we could get between it, kind of.
Okay. So you'll move towards Romalia
Yeah.
infantry. Okay. And the violet-eyed, black-haired lady. What's her name? Esley.
Yeah.
As.
Esvely. And consequently Quasar as well, who's over there. And
You didn't think that through, did you?
Oh, he's over you.
yes,
As we're walking over there.
he's now professing his undying love for Esvely, and she seems quite entertained with his advancements. She's put her hand out. She says, "Oh, really?"
Does that look
She's like,
familiar?
"Perhaps you could play me a song." And then he's just absolutely as he pulls his instrument around and begins to serenade her with this magical tune.
I feel like he video game logics it.
Give me an insight check, but or perception.
Somehow the same thing.
And the rest of the crew, what are you doing?
Keep my eye on the guy in the hat.
Yeah.
Bring my eye out on the guy in the hat.
Okay. Yeah. He's flitting about the party. He seems to be actively engaging with all the guests. He's talking to people. He's laughing like real just knee slapping jokes. Like people are really pleasantly engaged with him.
Eleanor has an idea.
Yes.
What she has to say.
I'm gonna go up and ask him to dance, and then try to steal his hat.
Whoa!
Just as I was
look
going
at Remy.
to
He's
just
like,
as I
"Whoa."
was going to say, this needs to be low key, and then she's like, gone. This is not going to go well.
So I'm gonna go find him and
Okay.
ask him if we can dance.
Yeah, and
It was
he
just
says,
so great the first
yeah,
time.
and he says, he gives you this knowing look, and he says, once. He says, I knew you only needed to be shown once.
Mm-hmm.
How
You showed
amazing
me.
dancing is. And
Ew.
he says, perhaps you should request a change of tune. The song is much too slow. And, I don't know about you, but there's nothing worse than a slow dance.
Terrible.
And he will,
Human mating rituals.
and he will somehow point to the music above, and it will change tempo. And you're just he has he's got protagonist magic, and the tempo will change, and he'll pull you in for a dance.
Okay.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
I got it. 11 for your perception, 16 for my insight.
19.
19. Okay. So as you are dancing, he's it's weird because he's kind of controlling your movement, not with any force or magic, or anything, just from the dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to be really careful about when you seize the opportunity to take the hat,
Okay.
and you do so perfectly. As he's
You
sort
put it
of
on your head.
as he's sort of spinning you around, and he catches you and leans you over. You take that opportunity to grab the hat off of his head.
Do it dance style where
And
you're
then
leaning.
can I roll stealth to once he pulls me back up to try to sneak away before he notices his hat is gone?
Sure. Yeah, you can give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Done with the dance.
18.
Okay. So you will steal the hat from his head, and okay. So you steal the hat from his head, and as you do, you will almost simultaneously sort of whisk yourself off into
Yeah.
the crowd
Yeah.
and disappear. He will begin to transform before the entire crowd, to their shock and awe, their gasps.
Okay.
And before you, some of you will recognize him. Is revealed his almost bluish tinted dark skin, and his immaculate hair, and his noble chin and brow.
Jarl Axel?
Jarl Axel.
Oh, that's Big Baddie.
And he will flash he will flash a toothy grin to everyone as everyone like sort of gives this like shocking gasp or whatever, and Romalia's attention will be struck, and she will kind of look over, and he will say, he will announce to the whole ballroom, "It has been a lovely evening with you all, and I thank you for a good night. Good dancing, good stories, good friends," he says. "But as I have been unmasked, I must be off. And perhaps we will meet again." And he will search for you in the crowd. Will you look at him?
No.
Okay.
She's hiding behind
Yeah,
me. So she's she went back to being like 2 feet tall.
Yeah, so he'll look for he'll see Ravaracus and he'll give you a wink, and then he will swashbuckle his way back to the entrance, like hitting a chandelier if he can, and like swinging across the room.
We weren't even on a second level. We were just on the floor.
If he can, yeah, he'll swashbuckle his way towards the door.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Maybe somebody give me well, if you're so inclined, maybe Savra is like right under the chandelier.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Give me a check of some sort, or like a.
Nat 20.
Hey,
You
don't
were
go steal
Mr.
my girl
Suave.
now. You stay within your boundaries,
Yeah, so you
sir.
sort of pull Savra out of the way just in time as the chandelier drops, and he, like I said, he glides towards the door. Is anybody gonna do anything about it, or are you just gonna let him run away?
Somebody's headed towards the door.
Huh?
I want to use
I say we
fireball.
let him leave.
No, I won't kill him.
I think that's a fight you want to start.
I don't think that's a fight you do want to
I
start.
don't think it is either.
I don't either.
You do you.
And even
Cat,
Romalia,
make him stop.
even Romalia, because
Grab my
you're near
ear, pull him
Romalia,
down.
right? Even Romalia will like
Put my
give you,
hand down.
will give you the hand, yeah, and she kind of like gives this like knowing smile, like she knows who this guy is, and
So we didn't need
I
that
will
perception and
approach
insight's what I'm
Romalia.
hearing.
I will approach Romalia and urge her to lock it down.
That was him.
This
Right.
party can continue. He's gone. The assassin is gone. Just don't allow anyone else in.
and she says, what is there to fear? I've got the Golden Company by my side, do I not?
You do, but it would be kind of nice to enjoy the rest of the night's festivities without.
And she says, I doubt we'll be seeing him again.
Well, if we did,
If
we
this
wouldn't
still
know.
matters.
And what is that?
That's what our rolls were.
Huh?
That's what our rolls were. I don't think it matters now.
What does it say?
Oh.
11 perception, 16
Oh, okay.
insight.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you guys can see that Romalia, when Quasar was doing his whole like courting of I cannot say her name.
Ev.
Shit.
I think, or that's what we're calling her.
Esvali.
Esvali, yeah.
Or Ez.
As he's like courting Esvali, like Romalia is getting like more and more annoyed with him, and
Ooh, is it
Ooh,
Is it
you're
becoming your
sabotaging it
chance?
without even meaning to.
Is your
Nice.
chance opening?
Oh, that's going to be a
Like-
process.
Oh, a process. Okay.
I mean, I'm
interested.
I'm still vetting her out at this point.
I'm very interested in
well,
watching.
if you're over there
I
near
pushed him off
Romalia,
for
talking to
another one,
Romalia,
and
you're
it
also
worked.
over there near Esvali, and she.
Yeah, that's why you went up.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, Romalia, shut
I'm
down.
totally just reading body language at this point, being
And
as discreet as possible.
and while
Specific body language.
and while the crowd has been, including Quasar, has been sort of distracted by this display, this swashbuckling display,
Let's dance.
Esley will take the opportunity to kind of nudge Ramalia, and Ramalia will introduce her to you.
Okay.
All of us are lined up like.
She'll introduce Esley to you. Esley, what's her last name? Rosenar or something like that.
You didn't write it down.
I didn't know.
And she says, this is my ward who is staying with me in the city.
I will take her hand and give her a kiss on the hand and say, I'm Barton. Pleasure to meet you.
And
The mustache shines.
and then
Shing!
what's a so you're not in armor, right? You're in fancy clothing,
Mhm.
right? So what's a or I guess this would be almost like a grapple kind of situation. Give me you can give me an acrobatics or an athletics.
Athletics?
Yeah.
8.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So so Quasar pushes you to the ground,
Ooh!
and he says
Let's watch.
and he says hands off the lady, sport. And he'll like sort of tower over you, and he'll say she's a bit engaged with the Quasar.
Feral instincts. Feral instincts.
Yeah, I will pick myself up off the ground.
Pull me off, pull me off.
Dust my arms off and,
Hold me back.
turn
Yeah,
to
you bet.
as what's her name?
Esley.
Esley. I say, please accept my apologies.
So before you can even do that, Ramalia will place a hand on his shoulder.
And he incinerates.
He will turn to stone.
Quasar?
Yes.
Well,
Was she
that's what
early?
you get.
What is that spell? I'm like inspecting him immediately.
That was so rude.
And Esley kind of laughs, and she says you can't leave him like that, right? And Ramalia is just like, wow, he'll be our party favor for the night. He'll be good to go in the morning.
Do you know this person?
And Esley will say, who doesn't know about the famous Quasar, the greatest bard in all of Waterdeep?
Indeed.
Now Floon can be the great.
I sent a message stone to.
And
Well, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean any offense. I clearly didn't know you were spoken for.
she says, spoken for. She says, any man who speaks for me might as well be turned to stone.
Oh, I like that.
Strong women vibes.
She says, but I'm certain I've seen you somewhere before, have I not?
You look familiar too, but I can't quite put my finger.
Perhaps we should go to the bar and speak of it.
After you.
And they go off together.
Balance appetizers on Quasar as a fun party game.
I like it.
Wanna dance?
Sure.
Can we dance?
Yeah, absolutely. You can
No.
dance.
No.
Roll for it.
I will. Don't challenge me.
What was that? What was it? Masks, where like his like girlfriend had died or something, and they were. She's like, I don't even like dancing.
Yeah.
Like, the thing was like messing with his head. you were
The
like,
cat.
LOL.
Just remember that the woman you got warned about just turned someone to stone.
Yeah.
If you want to put that in that, why would I return?
Roll
to
for
this
2
spot?
left feet.
Yeah. So you guys dance.
Yes.
All right.
Do you
I
want?
show you how to do it swamp style.
She's doing like rave dances in the middle of the floor.
See how they get down in the swamp?
I just did it. Well, you put your arms up this way, stick your booty out the other. Your tail.
She grabs her tail and
You
does the
put
sprinkler.
your big old tail in. You put your big old tail out. Put your big tail in and shake it up.
Smacks everyone.
Yeah.
And then Floon parks the crowd with his like accordion stomping music, very reminiscent of the swamp vibes that
Flume, now's your time. He's in stone. Kill him.
It's a shame if he got knocked over.
Oh no, how terrible.
Oh, shoot, my drink.
So,
Dex saves for the tail swipes. That is boogie down swap style.
hey, what's up, Lionhead?
You just said Lionhead. Lionhead gaming.
Yeah. So yeah. Anything else to take care of at this party?
Yes, but no,
Okay.
because
Well, I will.
we got distracted after his conversation with Maloon, so he didn't share any of that with me. So yeah, I got nothing to do now.
Okay.
I also
Well,
want to.
I'm gonna keep hanging with Savra, and just keep watching the crowd because I don't think it's over.
Okay.
I just want to befriend the castle lanterns. I don't know if I could. Maybe I could offer an augury to Lady Castle Lantern.
Run
Okay.
around
That
offering
interests her.
readings.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I don't like that you're grinning like that. That's really creepy. I take it back. I don't go anywhere near them.
It's too late now.
Oh God Almighty.
Just ask about her children.
How are your cats?
Yeah. So where are your children?
So actually, at some point in the night, she'll actually seek you out.
Oh Lord.
He's because she recognizes you, and she says forgive me for asking, but you wouldn't happen to be the lizard woman that came to my house, would you?
Yes, your glorious habitat. It was wonderful. How were the children?
She says they're fine. They inquire about you often.
I could come and sit on the babies if you wish.
She says, I don't think that would be necessary, as much as they would like that.
Oh, I think we had somebody follow? Something popped up.
Yes, Eagleheart. Eagleheart followed. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Eagleheart, for the follow.
She says, as much as they would like that, I don't think it would be necessary. She says, however, I am curious about your powers of augury.
Oh boy.
I have heard you referred to amongst the other partygoers as Madame Merkel.
And then I'll lift up my hat and see, it's me. Yes, this is my get up for the night.
She says, where do you divine your answers from?
Merkel.
He's the god of death. The dead god of death, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he's not dead.
How curious. She,
Then I'll lower my head down to her and I'll be like, well, he's not really dead. I envisioned I met him.
She says, what if I could introduce you to someone of great power, who could bestow upon you great power, for a price, of course?
Oh boy.
What is
What kind of great power is being offered?
Will that beyond simple auguries? Certainly.
What is it?
What could be better than that?
And she says, power that can make what Romalia did over there look like a simple party trick.
As it falls over.
Will it upset my god? That's all that matters to me. I refuse to let Merkel down.
And she says,
Let me talk to Merkel real quick. we're on each other's friends.
She says, I don't know if they would have beef.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sounds of
I
that.
don't know if they would have
I
beef.
don't know who it is, but I'm not liking it. What
I
is?
do a cursory Google search.
Do they have beef?
I'm a vegetarian.
So y'all two are dancing. You're keeping an eye on the crowd. What are you doing?
I'm at the bar.
You're at the bar. Oh, sorry, it makes it sound like you're like behind the bar, like serving drinks. And what are you hanging near me? I guess. Yeah. As I'm
Are
talking
you
to this
also like
very
marking
sketchy
down what
lady.
people are buying at the bar? Are you?
No, I'm engaged in meaningful conversation.
With War Dragon again?
War Dragon.
Isn't that his name? The guy that was like telling the battle stories and shit?
Right, he's gone.
Oh, he's like gone or like physically gone?
He might be both.
Both. Yeah, I'm at the.
He's talking to his lovely lady.
I'm at the bar with Esveli.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she will, she'll kind of give a bit of a shrug, and she says, well, there will be plenty of death involved.
Like that. Well, I
Don't at me.
May I inquire a name?
And she'll lean in real close and she'll say, have you ever heard of
The muffin name?
Asmodeus?
Have I heard of Asmodeus?
Perhaps give me a religion check.
Religion. Skills. Religion. +2. Okay, great. 7.
Shit tonight.
Even a 5 would
Y'all
be even a 5 would be good enough to at least know that is like the devil.
Oh, like Satine.
Yeah.
Actually, wasn't that the same people that the Graciers?
Mm-hmm.
So we did research on that because we found the pendant.
Oh, would you have done that, or would you,
I would have shared the information.
Okay. So you know that Asmodeus is like the devil of devils, like he's like the king of the 9 hells.
Great.
So here's what I'm going to do. May I put this offer in reserve and speak with my god? I dare not disrespect my god as a cleric.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of gives you a like a sideways kind of look, and she says,
I will come.
she says, be certain that you speak only to your god of our discussion.
Oh, yes. I don't
People
blame
have been
I look at-
spontaneously combusting these days.
I look down at Eleanor and I'm like,
like in your pocket.
yeah. And she's like, okay. Yeah, so I'll get back to her
Okay.
about that.
Cool.
Because again, I need to speak with Merkel. I don't know if that's like a taboo thing to do as a cleric, or because I mean, I don't.
You could always cast an augury.
Yeah, right. Could always cast an augury.
All right. Anything else? Any other party business?
I want to be the light. I want to be the light of the party.
You want to be the disco ball?
I want to make my weasel the disco. I have a fire weasel.
Whee!
Twirl.
So obviously, I recognize Esveli from.
Eslin's apartment shortly before the fire.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So, but can I roll something to maybe discern if she recognizes me?
She will, as soon as you get to the bar, she will straight up be like, so it's good to see you made it out of the fireball.
Yeah, that was a close one.
She says, I knew that guy was off his rocker.
So what were you doing there?
Well, it's a lady's business.
Fair enough.
I promise not to ask you.
Well, no, I mean not to pry.
She says,
Sorry, he said I'd cry.
she says, what I'm more curious about is how you managed to work your way into this party.
I'm here with my friends. I know Somalia personally.
Who?
Amalia?
Somalia.
Ramalia.
Ramal?
Yeah. She kind of like looks at you like,
Aight.
yeah, all right, and she will say, can you believe all the crazy things that they're writing about in the papers these days?
Oh, don't even bring that up. No, I can't believe it. It's crazy.
She says, even so, what do you think of the stories of the Black Viper?
I have no opinion on it.
She says, not even like a curiosity or
Maybe a little, but I try to keep all politics out of it.
Yeah, listen here, Ez. There's a lot of shit going on, alright? I can only keep up with one thing at a damn time.
She says, well, I'm sure you're excited to see that your name made the paper.
That has all been.
I hear you have quite the scoop on the devil-worshipping nobles of the city.
I do not. That was all made up. It's been settled. But enough of that. Looks like my friends are making their way out, so I'll hand her a business stone and. If you ever
Where are you getting these stones from?
He's like, abort! She knows about the article.
Yeah, if you ever find yourself in the North Forts, pop in and say hey.
She says, and where would I pop into?
The third floor on the right.
Just right inside the Troll Skull Manor. You can't miss it.
She says, oh, well, maybe I will have myself a little drink sometime. I hear the sausages down there
Oh.
are quite filling.
That they are, my man. They are quite scrumptious indeed.
And with that.
Human mating rituals. Ugh.
Bring my coffee.
So yeah, anything else?
Are you stealing anymore?
Are you returning anything?
We saved a life today. We shouldn't have to return.
Alright, fair enough.
I want to carry my persuasion further. It's the best I could come up with. That works.
Okay, cool. Anybody else need to do anything at this party? Anyone want to talk to anybody in particular, or look for anybody in particular?
Is there anyone here? No, I wouldn't know about that. I can't do it.
No one at the party can get you a bear license, okay?
It wouldn't matter. Hunter has no idea that I exist.
Oh, that's right. That's the end of that should be the end of the horse waiter and the bear license, right?
We still have the tux for the horse waiter, so I feel like that was prior.
That has actually been a lifelong goal. Yeah.
Yeah, you just find the tux. You're like, sounds like it fits a horse.
Ah!
Turns into a horse. It does.
Give me an intelligence check there.
15.
Okay, you would have expected to see someone like Davil here, whose name I've probably been saying wrong intermittently, like all the time.
Like Davos Star Song?
Davos, yeah, his name's Davil. So, Davos. You were kind of expecting like that he would be here, like around, and you should have run into Raynor, because Raynor is totally here, and he totally would have hung out with you guys. He just didn't pop up, but he's totally around. So
Yeah.
But you would have expected to see Davil somewhere around here, but he is nowhere to be seen. This is totally like his kind of scene, but he's nowhere to be seen.
Hmm.
And
You should put the hat on the statue.
and
Oh yeah, you gained a cool ass hat.
Oh yeah.
Does it actually? Is it?
oh yeah, it's a hat of disguise, which is super
Oh,
useful
cool.
for you.
Yeah, right.
It means how you can always disguise yourself anyway. So it's a bit redundant, but that's what it is.
Well, one
It
of us
has
could find it useful.
has a beautiful feather on it.
Has a beautiful feather.
And yeah. So, and you're not returning the stuff? Alright, cool. Well, then the party is over. And you guys have
Beautiful.
survived the party. And as
And protected refuge, right?
yeah. And as you return to the to your establishment for
It's
the
on
night,
fire.
you will find that no, it's not on fire. You will find but there is someone sort of messing about the front door.
Better be fixing it.
Is it Alcoria?
Is it a dwarf?
It is as you approach, you can see this shadow like figure like messing about the front door, and then as she turns and she is revealed in the light, it is old Coria, and she says Barnabas sent me, said you were interested in some security.
Yes, we are.
Well, it's already been taken care of. The bill is 450 gold. I expect payment by the end of the week at the very least.
It's Rosa.
There you go. Oh.
Do we have it? Nope.
But you've got your arcane locks, your wards, your alarms. It's pretty much the whole
Barely.
package.
Yeah, we'll have 15 gold left over in the group fund after that.
Oh!
We better get. We
Let's
got a
just
lot
give-
of jobs ahead of us.
Let's just give her a hefty down payment.
Also, it's not my business, but the gentleman you have in the basement, I would recommend that you move him along quickly. He's beginning to make a racket.
Will do.
Wait, there's a guy in the basement?
Storm downstairs.
I'm afraid to walk down there because I feel like you'd freak out again.
You stay.
I want to see what's in the basement.
He's like, oh, what did I do? What did I do?
You're making a racket.
So you're hitting me.
I'll make an even bigger racket than what you were making when we weren't here.
He says, I just remembered something.
What'd you remember? Freeze. Mid-pimp hand.
I like sausages too.
That's what you remember?
Lord, this is your business now. I can't do this.
You start taking over the swing.
And
Slap him with the sausage.
yeah, and like I said, it's the full package. It's oh shoot,
After you just said sausage, really.
the full package. Plump and juicy.
Most of the action snips for
Should be our tagline.
I guess I would, at some point, try to speak with Merkel about deals with devils and what that means.
Okay. Give me an augury.
An augury.
Yeah.
So, let me cast it. Give me the ass. Or how are we making this work?
I just remember. What are the rules of the augury again?
You receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action. The DM chooses from the following possible omens: wheel, woe, wheel and woe, or nothing.
And
Wheel
what?
is good, woe is bad. Wheel and woe are good and bad.
Okay.
Nothing is they're not really good or bad.
So your bones will actually move themselves.
Oh, nice.
Your knuckle bones will arrange themselves in the symbol of woe.
Ooh.
With an exclamation point.
Yeah.
You don't know where that bone came
Yeah,
from.
Merkel is not pleased.
Yeah, no, that won't be happening then. Nope.
Kind of pissed you
Nope.
asked.
Who the fuck do you think you are? It's written in the sand.
Yeah. The fuck?
Excuse me. What's in the basement? Can I go
A
down
refugee.
there? Can I go see him?
No.
Oh.
And I believe that is it for the night. I believe that's all we have. Unless there any final moments we need to. Maybe Quasar as the ballroom is being cleared out and Quasar like in his stone form just kind of standing frozen in the
With
middle
a
of the
cup
room.
I put there.
Various things just hung off of him.
We wrote stuff on his head.
All right.
And just think, you still got 4 more letters to get.
if they ever show up.
Yeah, right. Alright, cool. With that, that is the end of the game tonight. We'll pick it back up next week. Next Wednesday, we'll do some more Golden Company. But for now, I guess let's go say hello to someone. Is How I Nerd playing?
Yeah.
Do I see that?
Yeah, there.
So is Paradise. And
Okay.
so is Prelude.
Who would you like to go see?
Roll the dice.
Predators don't have that many. We should go say hey to them.
Alright then.
Maybe they aren't on break this time.
It looks like they are, actually.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of tradition, but our Paradise, we can go see them, or we can go see How I Nerd. I'll leave it up to you. Just remember.
Alright, so we'll go say hey to Paradise. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. Make sure to join the Discord to keep up with whatever's going on. Follow us on Twitter to keep up to date with stuff that's going on. We'll be doing something with Die Hack Studios soon, so keep an eye out for that. Will be next week, so keep an eye out for that.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, good night. Catch you next time.